Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Midday Live. And today, we're going to talk. Today, it feels like it's Groundhog Day again for a certain team in the Merseyside. We're going to discuss it all. We're going to talk about it all. Big up to everyone who's locked in. You know what I mean?
Pass, he will try. Well, then why are we buying Donnarumma?
Hey, I thought that was a Florian Wirtz video, but it is what it is. But listen, I don't know where the man I was going to say who's collected 3 points. It ain't. Oh, what's happening there? Oh. Oi. What's going on?
Absolutely class.
Man like LV. If you collected 3 points, raise your hands.
What's going on the panel, man? Where's everyone's hands at? Romz, where's your hands, bro? Dan Potts, playing newly promoted team. Where's your hands, bro?
They were up the week you were on holiday when you lost, mate.
Saeed TV. Oh, what we're saying now? Is it back to Jamal? What we're saying?
I prefer not to speak.
Is it Jamal TV or Saeed TV?
I think, yeah, it's peak.
What's happening? Why so gloomy, man? Yeah. What's wrong with you guys? You all right? You doing all right? Chat, is everybody okay? Because I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. We just beat the Premier League champions. Yeah, humbled them on our own patch. Yeah, Florian. What the hell does Florian do?
Aye.
Arnie Slot, bro, £400 million. And he's already lost 5 Premier League games. It's a madness. But Saeed, I'll return the host back to you.
Yeah. Listen, I've got some evidence today to hand out. A certain somebody in this panel said the following. Wirtz bags today. Just saying. This was 2/27, November the 9th, right before the game had started. Florian Wirtz registered 0 goals, 0 assists. I think that's 11 games in the Premier League.
Yeah, it is.
0 goals, 0 assists. Your football club is in a mess right now. Liverpool have now lost 4 consecutive Premier League games away from home since April 2012. The dark days of Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool now have lost 7 of their last 10 games in all competitions. Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool and Arne Slot has lost more games than Ruben Amorim in 2025. This is not about Man United anymore for once. We gonna talk about this super team. Spent 500 million. And yet right now, they're begging. They're begging for wins. They're begging for goals. Certain man don't want to turn up. What happened to this super team? This great team that you might assembled. You might were saying both of them. You might were talking about quadruples. You might were talking about winning everything. Nobody's our rival. We're just going plain sailing. Are you mad? Don't ever do that, bro, because you've never won back-to-back titles. You've never done it. And you thought you could cheat the system? You thought you could spend 500 million and not get caught out? Where's Mo Salah? Where's Mr. 400 grand a week contract? Where is he?
O'Reilly's pocket, bro.
Oh, damn, man. O'Reilly. Yo, O'Reilly, shout out to you. You know what I mean? Van Dijk, come to the center right now.
Van Disney.
You tried to put my legend on the spot on the weekend. Are you crazy? You tried to put my legend on the spot and talk about, confronting him. Brother, man tried to do the aura defending again, in through the legs, and it went in. Are you mad? Don't ever come for my legend again, bro. Yeah, man. You put in that howler of a performance. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. And then the attack. I mean, are we going to speak about Ekitike? Or we can't? Because other strikers we can. Yeah, he had a good start to the season. But where's he been last couple of games, Ekitike? Is Gary Neville going to speak about him? Oh, wait, you're not. You know what I mean? Gary Neville, you're a... But we'll leave you for another time. You get me? Midfield. Where are they? McAllister, Gravenberch. Where are they? Where? This super team, Isak. Why was he not brought on? Why was he not brought on? Brother, I'm sorry, man. There is no sympathy from any fan here. There should be no sympathy from any fan for Liverpool Football Club. I'm sorry, guys. There is no sympathy because you lot spent money, bro. You men are meant to be cruising right now, and you haven't. So hold that. But I'm going to let LB continue. Romz, you might have to sort out your mic. There's a background coming out from there.
Also, sitting in the dark, Romz, man. I know it's dark times, but surely there's a light.
You know what I'm saying? LB, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you. I may have underestimated you. I can't lie, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think a lot of people did, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people did. Listen, the liver bird got spatchcocked and cooked over coals nice and slow yesterday at the Stade Etihad, bro. Yeah? You was meant to come there and get the job done and show everybody that the form that you've been on was fixed. And we absolutely handled you, mate. Handled you. I believe that the first shot on target, correct me if I'm wrong, was the Szoboszlai shot, which is mad if true.
Oh, wow.
My team handled you without Rodri, mate. No Rodri. Handled. Huh? Nico Gonzalez, best midfielder on the pitch. You've been out here talking about Gravenberch this, Gravenberch that. 100 mil plus. La Masia coming through once again with the top players. Nico Gonzalez. Yeah, top player. Top player. Nico O'Reilly. We just talked about this guy, by the way. And Saeed, you might have to hold some here as well, by the way, because I've been told on the grapevine that you was getting onto this kid a couple of weeks ago. Yeah?
I was surprised he made the English squad. I was like, yo.
Okay, well, I'm not fucking surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. Because I tell you why I'm not surprised. Because I've been watching this guy play football for a long time, mate. And yesterday, pocketed Mo Salah. Nunes throwing verts around on the pitch, said Gary Neville. Ekitike, man, where was he checking out yesterday? I didn't see him on the pitch, bro. Is it nowhere? Kanate playing Brexit ball the whole game. 2-1, man. We dominated you yesterday. Domination in the location. Yeah, you know what it is. Bro, I'm telling you, man, this game, we needed this, man. City needed this. We needed this. We needed this result. We've not had a result like that since the treble year, mate. Yeah, we've not had it since the treble year. And that result for me yesterday, I'm starting to believe. Yeah, I'm watching Arsenal, yeah, in a game where I'm thinking, yo, they're going to be mad up for this. They don't do their job, and we capitalize on it. You know, we've got all our players fit. The players are starting to gel, and I still think there's so much more to come from this team. Yeah, I don't even think we're anywhere near our best. Nowhere near our best. Yeah, and we're 4 points off the top. Nah, I think things are looking good for us, man. We're just getting in there. We went under the radar a long time. Yo, some people was having us outside the top 5. Are you mad? We just had the worst season in the last decade last year. We signed all these players, and you think we're going to get worse? No way. Yeah, and yesterday, man, what a performance from the team. I thought Pep Guardiola got absolutely everything spot on. Yeah, the starting 11 was perfect. The sub were perfect. Oh yeah, chat. How can we not talk about Jeremy Doku? Yeah, my guy. Listen, I lost faith. Yeah, but he didn't lost faith. Yeah, and now he's slamming it, mate. He absolutely rinsed Conor Bradley the whole game. And this is a guy who's coming into this game with confidence because he pocketed Vinny Jr. Yeah, the form Jeremy Doku is on right now, it is scary, mate. It is scary. Right, he's got confidence. He got the nice goal as well, won the penalty. And he's just absolutely skinned Conor Bradley alive yesterday at the Etihad Stadium, mate. Yeah, and then we had players like Mamouche coming off the bench. Mamouche. You know how good this guy is as well. Things are looking good. I think we've been massively underestimated. And I think Pep Guardiola, coming into the game, I thought we was going to win because I felt like Pep had found a system. The 2 games prior, Bournemouth and Dortmund, we played really well. I don't think people give us the credit we deserved in them 2 games because it's Bournemouth and Dortmund. But actually, the performance levels were very high. I thought we found a stable system. We found a nice team. And all it took yesterday was Pep not to tinker too much. He didn't. And we absolutely cooked them. And I'm telling you now, yeah, I've not seen a performance like that from City against a big team since the treble year, mate. Yeah. And I'm not saying we're going to win the treble. I'm just saying I've not seen a performance like that since the treble year. And it was nice to see. It was nice to see, man. So, yeah, don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Come back, innit?
Come back. Where are you going? You know what I mean? You think this is over, man? Now, they deserve it, man. And Man City deserved it as well. But
we deserve it.
These lot, they fought beating Real Madrid, yeah, and Liverpool, and everything's gonna be all rosy, man. Are you mad? What do you not think you are, man? This is gonna be you for the rest of the season, mate. Up and down, man. You get me?
They're not stable, Saeed. That's the difference. Because the thing is, coming into this season, yeah, and obviously I spoke to Popsy about this as well. Arsenal definitely the most stable team in terms of like the starting 11s and the system, right? But City and Liverpool, we both had a lot of changes this summer, like loads of new starting 11 players, right? And it's a case of how quick can our managers find a system that works. And coming into this game, I'd say 95% of Manchester City fans knew the starting 11 that we wanted to see, and we thought that Pep would play that starting 11 in that system. Whereas I'm still looking at Liverpool fans. Is it Kirkes? Is it Robertson? Yeah, I mean, where did they play Wirtz? Did he play Ekatike and Isak? I know Isak's just come back from an injury, but you know, there's still a lot of stuff. Is Salah good enough, or is he still washed? Like, what's going on? And coming into the game, I just felt confident, man, and I've not felt that confident going into a game for a long time. And we've dominated them, man. Yeah, you can talk about the goal that they had ruled off, whatever, like you want to speak about, but like City deserved to win. City,
yeah, I agree,
man.
I agree.
Couldn't believe Liverpool were first half, man. They were absolutely shambolic, mate. And if we would have gone in that half time, anything less than 2-0, I would have been mad disappointed, man. So now, big up the team, big up Pep, and I think Liverpool will get top 4, yeah. But I think they just seem so far off finding a settled.
That was worrying yesterday. If I'm a Liverpool fan, that's worrying for me yesterday. For the first time, like I would actually say, like, okay, yep, you can put the excuses of new players coming in. Maybe we've put them all in too quickly. Maybe Slot's not got them settled. But in the last couple of games against Real Madrid and Villa, they were looking like they were reverting back to the old Liverpool of last season. And it looked like, yeah, okay, that's what they should have done. Start with that, mold the new players in, and they'll be fine. Romz, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were a shambles. Yesterday was embarrassing. It was pathetic. I'm not taking anything away from Manchester City because they were clearly the best side, right? And LB's right to bring up the players that he did because I thought that Doku cooked. Haaland's always a thing. I think Núñez, that cross is underrated, by the way. That's a ridiculous cross.
Yeah, he's a very good crosser of the ball, you know, Núñez.
Yeah,
like
he is.
I remember last year, he played like 5 games left wing, and that guy was putting like these mad crosses into half. He got like 4 assists in like 3 games or something to Haaland on these crosses. It was a nice cross, but obviously that came from Nico O'Reilly being pressed out of his mind on the edge of his box. Nice play from Foden and Nico G, and he goes away. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's been really good, that O'Reilly, by the way. I saw him a couple of years ago against Tottenham in the kids. He played the kids, and I thought he's the one he looked better. All that talk about McAtee and all this, I was like, I ain't interested in McAtee. He's like 23 and he's still playing the reserves. This O'Reilly guy, he looks very, very good, man. Very, very comfortable in the football. And Liverpool have got to hold that. I thought it was a little bit harsh. I thought the goal being ruled out was a little bit of a harsh one. I don't think that would have much of a difference, if I'm honest. I think Man City were just too good. Nico Gonzalez, I don't know if he's a 6 or an 8, but he's kind of doing a bit of both at the moment, if I'm honest with you. He's
actually an 8 naturally. And he said that when we signed him. He said it in his like interview when he joined. He said, I'm not a 6, by the way. I said I'm an 8. But obviously Pepper's coached him into this thing. And the thing is, it's mad, yeah, I just done a stream with Nobbins on my channel about Nico G. His last year when Nico Gonzalez was playing for City, it was all right, yeah. It wasn't shit, it wasn't great. It was just all right. Decent, yeah, whatever. Probably like not living up to £50 million, probably like a £35 million standard, yeah. But the speed in which Pep has got him to this level and the high level is just incredible.
He's keeping my man out of the team, bro. What's his name? Your left back signing, bro. You know what I mean? That you brought in. He's keeping him out of the team.
Ain't Nuri, yeah. Ain't Nuri.
He's been available for a hot minute now. He's been available for like 3 games.
Fair, though, I don't think he gets back into this side at the moment. I think O'Reilly deserves to be playing there. He's not even a left back.
Put me at the top, man. Put me at the top, bro. Put me at the top.
What I would say
yeah,
as
you know
well,
what? Sorry,
Liverpool, right?
Hey, you man, stay there, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
man.
won one game and lost him. So.
Yeah, I mean, bro,
I
you
think-
man hold that,
yeah.
bro. Hold that, you
My
man.
victims. Yeah.
Don's well
Yeah,
happy.
I'm saying,
man. Hey.
Don's well happy, mate. But look, I'll be real. I think Liverpool are in serious trouble, and I do think
They are.
Arne Slot's got to be looked at in terms of how he turns. It's not like get him out and all this, because I've heard he needs to be sacked and he can go and all this stuff. But he's under serious pressure to turn this around, because you cannot smash the British transfer record twice in one window and put performances out like this. It is absolutely shambolic. They were awful. I'm looking at the leaders in Liverpool and I'm thinking, where are they? I didn't know Dominic Szoboszlai was the leader and captain, but he has been this year. Everyone else has been a shambles. Salah, is he done? I mean, we're 11 games in now. Is he done? Like, it looking like he is. He's either got that 400k going, Muppets, after Saudi next year, I'll enjoy my last year, do nothing. Or he's actually just lost it, because it's been poor, man, this season from him. Van Dijk, come on, man. I see him doing the whole Cardi V taking a piss from Caicedo. Now he's just stuck a foot out and let it go in from Nico Gonzalez. That was pathetic from an experienced best defender in the world. So I thought he was absolutely embarrassing yesterday. Konate, for that penalty, is an absolute joke. What a mess. What is he even thinking, Konate? They'll blame the goalkeeper, but my God, what is Konate doing to his goalkeeper there? And Conor Bradley's not good enough for Liverpool. I'm sorry, he's not. I've tried to explain this. I know he locked up Vinny, but he's had a bit of a weird cut, like 12 months, in my opinion, Vinny. I look at it and think he's not good enough. This Liverpool side just isn't good enough. And Isak, Wirtz, I mean, what's going on? Where are they? Are they both getting in at the moment? Do they both talk? I think there's serious trouble.
0 G for Wirtz, bro, in 11 Premier League games.
Oh, that's pathetic.
Like,
games about,
they're still out here making fake stats up. Yeah, about like
What fake stats?
I've seen this one on Sky. It was like sprints into the penalty area and like, you know, runs down the channel. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's like, how about a goal, my guy? How about a goal? You know what I mean? No.
Bro, you see this Romz guys on Twitter? He's still on Twitter talking about Wirtz is going to leave with Saturn today. He's going to get GA today. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
And Tyrone was like, give it a rest, fella. You need to actually give it a rest, Romz. Just stop, bro. Just honestly stop and just let him just cook in silence and do something in silence. Because right now, Dewsbury Hall has been a better signing than him this season, bro. Yeah? Dewsbury Hall has left and has got more GA than this guy and has been more influential than this guy, bro. What's going on?
You love that comparison, didn't it?
I do love it. I do love it because I see similarities in their game. I see similarities in the low stocks and how they drive with the ball and whatnot, how they create, right? You got Gonzalez looking like Rodri out there. What is going on with you guys, bro? Yeah? What is actually going on with you? Salah, it's like Salah's forgotten how to play football now. Yeah? Well, actually, it's not even that. It's just the goal, the GA is dried up. So now we're seeing Salah for what he is. You can't hide behind the GA, right? Supposedly trying to be the driving force. Ekitike, I'm seeing what? He's blank now, nearly 10 games. What's going on over there, Romz?
Bro,
yeah? Your defense. I saw Van Dijk dive. That was the first time I've seen Van Dijk dive to the floor like that. Why is he diving to the floor like that, bro? Yeah? That goal should have been a goal. I can't lie. That goal should have been a goal. That's abysmal. I don't know if you guys have spoken about it, but that's an abysmal decision.
You know what?
That should have made you lot. That should have made you lot, yeah, go even more. But right now, I can't lie. City are a problem. City are a serious problem, bro. Every phase of the game right now, I'm seeing similar things that I was seeing when they were in their pomp. I'm seeing their defense building up from the back nicely. I'm seeing their midfield having real balance. Gonzalez off the ball, fantastic. On the ball, brilliant. Yeah, he was a big part in the goal they scored. What was that third goal he scored? LB. He played it over the top to the left back, and then it came back across. Who was it who scored your third goal again? Remind me. Doku, yes. Yeah. He played a big part in that goal, bro. He played it across the ball at the box. Sorry, it went back to Doku. Doku, obviously, fantastic. But City right now, man, they're playing some really good football, man. I saw your game in the midweek in Champions League. They're looking real fluid. So for me, LB, all you need to do right now, yeah, is keep Haaland fit, keep Cherky fit, keep Foden fit, keep Gonzalez fit, and bro, you can win the league, honestly. Because when I'm looking at your style of football, you will score more goals playing like this. You will create more chances than everyone.
A lot of their fringe players are starting to come into their self and start to look a lot better. A lot of the players who LB probably wouldn't have expected at the start of the season to start really performing. They're the ones stepping up. So the floor of their team is already it's being raised. And like you said, you're talking about man like Doku, Goku, whatever you want to call him right now. Man's just skinning up anyone on any wing. And you know the funny
best performance we've seen in a while, by the way, from Doku.
Do you know? I think that's Doku's best performance at City. Yeah,
I feel like
same.
The only difference was that shot went in. How many times do we see him cutting and shoot? It just doesn't go in. It will hit 3 or 4 men or something. But because that goal goes in, it now makes his performance look so much better. But we see him skin man up every single game.
But the
way he grips up Bradley time and time again, even for the penalty one, he grips up Bradley. He said, "Yeah, Konate, coming back the beef," and then done him up as well, bro. Konate is another player who needs to be spoken about because prior to the season, I'm hearing Konate in conversations, and respectfully, they're not my defenders, but with Saliba and Gabriel, Konate's nowhere near these, man. Konate's a scrub, and it needs to be justified because he's had about 6. No. We need to, bro. He's had 6
scrub is hard.
I mean stinkers.
Very hard.
He's had at least 6 games this season where he's been the worst player on the pitch. And you're trying to say it's harsh, but again, for a centre back to perform at the level he has this season, it's the level he's at.
If you're calling him a scrub this season, yeah, I agree.
But I don't think he's that good in general. I think he had a good season last year, but that was it. It was a good season. Man had Van Dijk carrying him. It's easy to look good next to Van Dijk last year. Now that Van Dijk isn't looking good and you need to step up, he hasn't stepped up at all. He's taken a step back. They're all falling back, bro. Man said, man like Fat Joe, lean back. Everyone's taking a lean back this season. Nobody wants to win that league in your team.
George, I've got to stop you there. I've got to stop you there because if this is a Spurs player, you'll back them. I'm not even Konate's biggest fan. So the conversation with Salim and Gabriel, they were never from me. I think me and Monts were the only 2 Liverpool fans to say, I think the family's overrated him. But this is still a player that's had man of the match performances in World Cup final and even a Champions League final. You can't just call him a scrub.
How long ago?
It at the highest level.
How long
3 years ago? 3 years
well
ago.
Then, so I don't care. Don't talk to me about a potential player. A player at 22 years old. At 22 years old, he had potential. So when you're seeing these performances, it's, do you know what? He's good, but he has potential. There's so much more. We're not seeing any of this potential, bro. We're not seeing him consistently perform. We're not seeing him perform to the level that's needed. And as everyone's pointed out, now that Van Dijk is, because Van Dijk has taken a step back, nowhere near the level is, you need your other centre back to step up. He's not stepped up. And Van Dijk's just been doing stanky leg on the edge of the box. We need to speak about all of your players that are not performing, the experienced ones. I want to keep focusing on the experience because I know we can cook Wirtz. Wirtz is low-hanging fruit. Let's be honest, we're seeing Wirtz dribble through a couple, man. There's nobody in front of him to play through. Nobody wants the ball. They all look shook in attack. Your attack is so bad. And Diaz and Nunes are heavily missed. That's what needs to be. Diaz and Nunes are missed. And all the fans that wanted Diaz out need to have a big knock on their head. They need to bang their head against the wall because Diaz is pretty much the best left winger in world football right now. The way that he's playing, the way he's performing.
You know what's so crazy, Jules? The way they were just trying to dispose of him, like the market's full of
It was rubbish. It was like he was some washed winger, bro. Like he was Madueke. They were trying to treat him like he's anyone. Oh, we don't want him. He's rubbish. Oh, we don't need him. You needed that guy in your squad because he took the focus off Salah. He would dribble past 3 or 4 man and then leave Salah to have all that space on the other side. Now you don't have that. Salah's not performing.
Now that's a lie. His taking on ability the last year or 2 went out the window. That's why he got moved false 9.
He used to drag it up the pitch numerous times. I remember the game against City, it might have been last season, when he dribbled past Bearman, Kyle Walker, and dragged it halfway up the field, bro. That's what he done for you.
Yeah, but George, this is what I mean. Yeah, that was one game. If you looked at the majority of his games, the reason why he got shifted into false 9 because his left wing, obviously at Bayern, he's doing his thing on the left. But at us, this revisionism is a bit mad. Like his days were numbered on the left. Any honest Liverpool fan will tell you that. That's why he got moved full.
Better than this Gakpo, though.
Yeah, he's better than Gakpo. But onto the game, right? First of all, LB said it. They spanked us. They took us to the cleaners. We were actually fortunate it weren't 3, 4, and 5 going into half time. I'm not gonna lie. They smoked us. That's probably, for me, probably the most embarrassing performance under Slot since he's been at Liverpool because it was very reminiscent of the Brentford game. There was no endeavour. There was no in-depth. It's kind of like he threw in the towel. From when he took off Ekitike and we had no striker and he puts Verts false 9, he threw this game. He said to himself, there's no way we're winning this at all. And you know another thing we did? We pressed City, and LB will tell you, that is their bread and butter. We were pressing City from the start, and they were just popping it around us and through us. Nico Gonzalez was on an island for the majority of the game. Your DM shouldn't have that much space at all. At all. From the press, we were poor. It was shocking, and I actually agree with what George said about the seniors. Verts was poor. LB, you want to hear it? So I said it. He was
probably the best of your attackers, though. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But still, this is a game. I've been calling for him to start the bigger games, right? I thought he would score. You put up the tweet. I genuinely thought this would be the game where he gets his GA. George is right. There's times he looked up, there was no attackers, but overall he had a poor game. But I'm looking at the seniors that have been here for a while now. For me, Robertson was actually one of the players that shouldn't have got hooked that early. I don't think he did much wrong. I don't know you lot's opinion, but the fact he took Robbo off early was a bit mad. But your Salahs, your Van Dijks, your McAllisters, your Gravenberch, your Canates, the seniors just weren't there. I think the only two players that can walk off the pitch with the head held high is Mamardashvili and Szoboszlai, because I think the Haaland header, maybe you could say he could do a bit better, but he put that right in the corner. Doku, I don't think many keepers are saving that. And then the deflection, that's on Van Dijk. So I think Mamardashvili, it was a good penalty save as well. Him and Szoboszlai are the only two players I think that can walk off the pitch with their head held high. The Ekitike discourse, I do hear it because he had a good start to the season. The GA's dried up. I think he had a good performance against Madrid and Villa, but we need it in these big games because I know everyone speaks about Isak's price tag. This is a guy that cost 80 million as well. It's still a lot.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna get away with it, man.
We needed Ekitike to step.
But why was he stuck on the bench though? Like, what was the point in him being on the bench? That's funny.
Because if he's on the bench, he's somewhat fit. He's somewhat fit to play a part. For me, Isak should have come on at least the 60th early, and he's looking vexed on the bench. Like, I didn't understand it. If you're not going to bring him on, don't include him in the match day squad. It doesn't. It didn't make no sense at all. But we were abysmal. It does look worrying for us right now. But this is where I have to rally the troops.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You know what's funny? I kept seeing Romz all on Twitter do this. Yeah, boys, you're gonna see me tomorrow, and I'm gonna rally the troops and all that. You got the same goal difference as Man United. There's nothing to rally.
We're ahead of them.
Let me know on goal
difference.
Yeah, goal difference. Yeah, man.
Let me know, right?
This Ed Man United, by the way. Yeah, go ahead.
Etihad, Stamford Bridge, Brentford. We should be winning these games. Don't get twisted. We had our tough run. Our next 6, I think we now go on a winning run and we turn it around after the international break. I genuinely believe that. You lot might be like, oh, you're bad. How can you say that? He's got things to figure out. I think he will. And what won't interrupt us is another international break until March. I do think you see Liverpool now go on a winning run. George, you're probably looking at the fixtures as I speak. We're going 6 for 6. You can disagree. We're going 6 for 6.
No, he's saying you're going 6 for 6 because you need to go 6 for 6.
Yeah, you're doing it because you need it.
What do you mean by that? Can you explain what you mean by that to the people? What do you mean by that? 6 for 6.
6 wins out of 6 in our next games. I think we go 6 for 6.
And he's saying that because they're all favourable. You got Forest, PSV,
who's your fixtures?
Sunderland. They got Forest away. Forest at home. Sorry. PSV at home, West Ham away.
No, George. I don't mean all competitions. I mean in the Prem. Forget champs. I'm talking just solely Prem. Our next 6 games.
You're finished.
No, they're favourable. He's acting like
Leeds.
You could have been. You're not speaking like it's doom and gloom. I'm basically trying to say we get 18 out of our next 18, and then in my opinion,
what?
Why is that hard? Why is that
your form? Brother, that's title winning form. You're nowhere near the title right now, yeah? That's one thing.
It has to change. It has to change.
Because it has to change doesn't mean it will change.
Yeah.
Because
Romz, this is coming from someone that this happened to last year. It gets much worse, bro.
LB, I can't give up this early because if I have to come in here and say, you lot, we're done, you lot, we're that, what do you mean you spent? I can't win either way. I genuinely believe after the international break, we'll go on a run.
All right, so let me ask you this. Do you think your run's going to mean anything? Because ultimately, you need to better the results that Man United, Man City and Liverpool are getting. Man City have got a tough game on return, but Arsenal have got a tough 2 games on return, 2 derbies. So I mean, you're doing that, but I'm confident in it. But at the same time, Arsenal are beating us last 3 games, so the results don't lead you to think that we're going to pick up points in it. So as much as you're going,
no, but George, respectfully, I wasn't speaking about you because they'll beat you up. Arsenal will beat Spurs. That's a given. They drop points, in my opinion. Arsenal will drop points against Chelsea, and once we win our games, we will then close that gap. And I don't think City go to the St. James Park and win.
You got this all planned out in your head, bro. And you know what, man? Yeah, the way you plan this out is perfect for Liverpool. Yeah, which you know that's biased, bro. Yeah, you've lost 7 games out of 10. And you're sitting there and think you're now gonna win 6 out of 6. You got major problems, bro. You got major problems. They don't just turn around overnight.
That can be fixed, in my opinion.
But why is he not fixed it yet, though?
Tough games, innit? Tough games, and he hasn't fixed. But
this is your record.
Our next 6 are much more favourable.
This is what you're on right now. LLLL WLL WWL. Brother, come on, man. You're moving like us last year, bro.
We've all watched football long enough. Someone said, "Have you watched Newcastle in the chat?"
For the last time you're on the Premier League, this happened, Romz, right?
Yeah, but context. Come on, we had no.
All right, no. The context.
All of our centre backs are done. All of them, bro.
That's fine, but don't this point to a bigger issue that every time you win the league and you're charged with doing a back-to-back, your team crumbles, and that's the point here is you've crumbled, and as much as you can try and deny it, you have crumbled. Just as bad as you did that season, and you don't have no injuries this season. There's no injuries. You've got all the players.
LB, you're right to a certain extent. There is a bit of opium because I don't just want to. I want to back the lads. Do you know what I
mean? Let me just say this very quickly, right? I hear it and I get it, and you're optimistic, and you have to try and find some hope. But I just concentrate on the next game for now, mate. Trying to get it right. Don't worry about the next 6. Like, just try and win your next game because right now, winning cures all. As you saw against Villa and Real Madrid, it gets you confident again. So just try to get yourself into a position where you can win another game, man. I know that sounds really patronizing. It's not supposed to. I just feel personally like Liverpool are such a mess right now. And it was so worrying and so bad that you have to now put it right after the international break against Forest. Maybe it's come at a good time for you, international break, just to give you a break from it all because it's been a bit emotional, isn't it?
Do you know what, Potts? Last time I would have said it come at a good time because we lost 3 on the bounce. This time it's come out a worse time, and we've heard professionals speak about this. I think Bernardo spoke about it, City. I know Bruno spoke about it, United. I want to play the next game in the next few days. Like, when you lose like this, you literally want to rectify it straight away. And I think international breaks come at a tough time for us because off the back of our last 2 performances, albeit it's at home, it was against a Villa and Madrid team, both banging form, by the way, and we dealt with both of them. Now we've lost this City game. I want to get back on the winning run. Now we have to. All of us have to do this. Now we have to hope.
So many players off form though. Salah's off form. Ekitike's off form. Isak's off form. Wirtz is off form. McAllister's is off form. Szoboszlai is the only one. Maybe you'd argue that's probably been your best player. Van Dijk up and down. Konate definitely not on form. Your keeper looks a bit suspect. I can't lie to you. Your right back, you know what I mean. Still not sure whether he's a suitable right back for you lot. You know, your left back. You're changing it 1 minute, bro. Like, your team right now, for you to be saying that, you know, I'm ready for the next game, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I think your team needs a break again. You might need to go holiday camp. And here it is. Now, I don't know if that's true, but is my man going to Dubai and that? Man, like Arne Slot.
No, he's not. They're doing too much now. I know he's done it in the past.
You know what's funny? He might be going to Dubai and getting some of them brown envelopes from City, man. He's taking care of
it. To answer your point, yeah, when you're like, oh, a lot of our players are out of form, I get that. But the only way to get back in form is by playing. And the last 2 games, like, I have to go, obviously, before the City game, they were 2 very good performances. And let's be honest, that a lot of people predicted. Some people say we were going to lose all 3. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, but the problem that you've got with that, though, bro, yeah, is that as much as you don't want to hear this, Real Madrid were absolutely shambolic.
I'm not hearing that, LB. I'm not hearing that.
You're not going to hear that. You're not going to hear that because you don't want to hear it.
They had won every game by Atletico.
You don't want to hear it, bro. You don't want to hear it because it's not nice for you to hear, but it's true.
Right, cool. LB,
a lot of their players went missing.
It doesn't matter about whether they were in form. That day, Real Madrid were very, very poor, bro. Fact.
We made them look poor, though. You have to
Nah,
give us
you
credit.
didn't.
We made them look.
You played all right, granted,
I'm gonna
but
catch
they
you out
were
here.
very bad, bro.
What was your prediction going into that game? Did you think Madrid would beat us? I'm going to catch you out and be honest.
It's to Ryan Vallecano, by the way, yesterday as well. You know what I mean?
I thought Madrid would nick it, yeah.
There you go. So you can't just now say, "Oh, now it's a bad Madrid."
No, because I'm asking you then why has it gone so south after you played them? Yeah,
Maybe.
the Real Madrid. I'm not saying you were shit, yeah, and I thought you were decent against Real Madrid, but Madrid were very bad, bro. You come up against a City team that were good, and you got cooked, bro. Here's the problem that I've got major with Liverpool. Yeah, I'm looking at Salah and Van Dijk yesterday. I thought it was so poor. Salah in the last 15 minutes didn't look like he could be asked. How many times did he get caught offside in the last 10 minutes? I could not believe it. Van Dijk with that goal, sticking the leg out. Listen. Now, this happens to players. When players get to like their end of the career, either their end of the career or end of career at a club, they just drop off. I'm looking at Van Dijk, man. I don't think this guy's looking dialed in as he used to do. I'm looking at Salah, last 15, 20 minutes. The guy didn't look like he was asked. He was constantly offside. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, and when you've got them two players, who for me, like if they're not good for you, you're not winning anything this year, bro. Yeah, you can agree with me on that one. Them two massively have dropped off, and I've been really, really slow to get onto Salah. People get onto Salah for a long time, but I think you've got to start asking questions, bro.
Do you know where you're spot on? Because Salah's the system. It's no shock that when we've played well this season, Salah's played well. If you look at our last two games, Madrid and Villa, Salah probably had his best two games. Even when we went 5 out of 5, he wasn't as good as he was in the Villa and Madrid game. So you're right. For us to do well this season, them to have to come up.
Another thing you haven't mentioned, though, Romz.
Go on.
Where you guys and you know when you talk about these next 6 games, you guys can do good at home. You guys have been pretty good at home.
Away form.
You get over the line. Away form is dreadful. And you are lucky that your next away games are like West Ham away. Leeds away is going to be a tough one. West Ham are home, though. West Ham are one of the worst home teams I've ever seen. Like,
generally, I want to speak to
you know about that, George, isn't it?
Sorry, I do know about that. But your win record is awful. Barring the 2 wins you had early in the season, Bournemouth and Burnley, I think, or Newcastle and Burnley.
Yeah, Newcastle and Burnley. Both games.
Both were boring. Both were lucky. Even when you look at these other 2 games, I just looked at the Villa and Real Madrid game, said you're at home, you sort of lent on that to give you the extra man, and that'll get you through. You need to have some good performances in these away games before you start to judge and start to think, yeah, we're getting back into it. We're looking a bit better. And until you have some solid, because your away performances are just dreadful. You guys don't turn up. And that's where the biggest test for me is going to be. When you go, I think you've got Inter away in a couple of weeks. That's a massive test.
And Marseille as
well. Boy, just before we move on.
They're strong at home.
Just before we move on, look, we say Man City are in it now, man. We say they're
Man City were never out of it, man.
Yeah, that's a question for you, side. Me and George said from early, I had Man City second. They were always in it for me. That's the question. You need to answer your own question.
Then you have them 4th or 5th.
Yes,
I had them fourth. You know,
let me ask you a question. Let me press you on that though, yeah. Because let me ask you a serious question, right? So last season, that was Manchester City's worst season in a decade, right?
Yeah.
We had no Rodri. Rodri's come back from injury. We bought Reinders, Cherky, Right Nori, right? All the players come back from fitness. Real talk, yeah. How did you have Manchester City going from 3rd last year with all the injuries we had in our worst season in a decade to going backwards?
Because I feel like you didn't address the problems at the back, and that was the main thing. You didn't really buy a good enough centre back for me. I still think, you know,
but we've not changed our centre backs. So did you think?
I'm saying you needed. I think you needed centre backs though. I think you needed to bring more centre backs in because one injury to Diaz and you're screwed a little bit. Stones is not going to be there. Cousinov, they were let's not like dismiss like you were having.
No.
I'm getting like
how
I'm
you
not
got my team going backwards. From last season.
You can do because I thought Chelsea this season could be the ones where they could go ahead of you. Obviously, Don will be here to maybe defend himself, but I do look at Man City and I think, yeah, cool. You got Haaland, 1 injury to Haaland away, and maybe where the goal's coming from. You're looking at your midfield. I still think Rodri, coming back from an injury, would he be the same? We'll still find out now. Obviously, Nico Gonzalez is now stepping in. Did you think Nico Gonzalez would step in?
You disrespected my manager, bro.
No, come on, bro. Come on, bro, man. Nico Gonzalez.
By the way, that tactic yesterday
well
to get Haaland to Mark Van Dijk so Kanate just had to do long ball the whole game was fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, true.
And LB, that's actually evident of how poor we are. The fact they said it was a bit of a violation. Yeah, Kanate have the ball. You're not going to do anything with it.
It was good
That's
tactic,
not even pressing. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I think you would agree, LB,
other
as
teams
well.
will start doing that now, you know. They'll just get the striker to Mark Van Dijk when you've got the ball and just let Kanate whack it long.
LB, you know another obvious thing how you knew we were poor. You would agree with this as well. Normally when Haaland plays well, City win. Other than this goal, Haaland didn't do anything
that well. Yeah, I know.
You still battered us.
I know.
Which is crazy.
That goal was a freak goal, by the way. I don't know what.
You know the thing, like my final sort of point on that game, is that like when we was playing Arsenal back at the Emirates, when Arsenal had the ball, I was like worried in it. And I don't even rate Arsenal's attack. I think the firepower's lacking a little bit. Yesterday, when Liverpool had the ball, right, I just didn't really feel much, bro.
Yeah, no.
I was just like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, normally when you play Liverpool, every time Liverpool get the ball and they move into your half, you're shitting yourself. You're like, fuck, we didn't get the ball from it. Yesterday, I was just kind of like, you just didn't really do much.
I have to echo that because we had a few counters, especially the second half. I think we had about 5 or 6 counters in the second half. Every time we hit you in the counter, I said, this is either someone's going to get tackled, there's going to be a misplaced pass, or it's just going to be a shot off target. All them three things get happening. So I actually agree with you. Every time we broke on you, and that showed something needs to change. That something definitely needs to change because we should at least have got a goal minimum yesterday. Minimum. No. People saying Gakpo's chance, that's quite a hard chance. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's easy.
He's got to bag that.
He's got to bag that, man. He's got to bag that.
You know what? Gakpo is very wasteful. Yeah, was it the United game where he cooked him but didn't score a single goal?
Yeah, he took the head off.
LB, this is my frustration with him. Yeah, he's a great squad player. I wouldn't sell him. Now, I think coming onto the game, he can impact the game. But if Liverpool Football Club want to move forward, I've said this for years now, he can't be starting for us. I know he had a good season last season. He was in a title-winning team. He actually had a very good season last season, but there's levels. That's why we were looking at a left-sided player. And I feel sorry for Rio because we were told we're not getting a left winger because his pathway will be blocked. He doesn't even get last.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Rio. It's too soon, man. I can't lie. Like as much as I rate Rio, like you can't bring him to an environment where you man are struggling, bro.
No. Side. I'm not saying specifically yesterday, but even at Anfield when we're winning and last 10 minutes when the pressure's off,
I
don't
agree.
really get game time. It's crazy.
Let's move on. Everyone hit the like button. We got 2.2k in the building. Let's get these likes up to 1,000.
We're cooking next, man, because there's a lot of people on this panel that need to be cooked, bro.
Yeah, man. We got to move to Arsenal because I feel like it's similar in the title race team. You know what I mean? 2 points drop, man. Sunderland. Dan, I can't lie to you, man. I don't think you deserve to win that game, if I'm being honest with you, because I feel like Sunderland, they were in it, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I do love Sunderland's spirit. You get me? What they're about, what they're doing right now. You get me? And yeah, man, 2 points drop, man. Not happy, are you, Dan?
Nah, man, not at all. Not at all. I thought the first half performance was really embarrassing, if I'm honest. I didn't think we were good at all. I didn't think we'd come out fighting. I didn't think we controlled the game. I didn't think we could get a hold of it. I'll big up Sunderland, actually, because like you say, they deserved it. I thought they deserved the point from us. I don't think Arsenal did deserve it. I thought we were going to try our best to hang on. And when we bought off Ezra and brought on Mascara, I thought, here we go. He's going to try and hold on now. I actually think that probably allowed Sunderland fans and players to go, okay, they're a little bit scared of us. We fancy ourselves. I think the goal that kind of got the equaliser for them is disappointing from Raya's point of view because I didn't feel like the goalkeeper needed to come out there. If he stays on his line, he just catches it from Brian Robbie and it's done. Gabriel gets out muscled and probably should do better, but actually Raya, I don't know where he's going there, and he's a player that's been great, to be honest. So I think Gabriel and Raya need to hold the L there. Most of the players in the first half can hold the L, if I'm honest. In the second half, Rice came into the mix, Zubimendi into the mix, Saka into the mix, and obviously that's why we didn't lose the game. Trossard, big up to him, great goal, and he's been good actually the last few. I just didn't think Arsenal were great, if I'm honest with you. I didn't think we were. I thought we were pretty average. I didn't think that we were a team that went there, with... and there's always this question mark, isn't there, about Mikel Arteta and the mentality of the players and the manager. Can we, when the pressure's on, go and have an enjoyable Sunday? And it wasn't an enjoyable Sunday. Now, it wasn't actually a missed opportunity in the end because City absolutely battered Liverpool. But it would have been, if it was a draw, I'd have been like, oh, kind of wanted a draw, yeah. But at the same time, I might have been like, really? Both teams drop and we drop? Like, come on, man. So it was frustrating. Big up to Sunderland. I think they're going to be a real serious outfit this season as well. I think they might drop off a bit, but certainly going to be a hard place to go. Hostile, very, very good team. Work hard. I've actually been quite good to watch, if I'm honest with you, in the last few games. Obviously, they've taken points off of a lot of teams now, Chelsea being one, now Arsenal being another. So they're not going to be the team everyone expected to just go straight back down like the three did from last year. But with Manchester City winning now, the shark emojis will be back. I don't know why they disappeared, if I'm honest, but they did because everyone ripped Man City off. But if I'm honest with you, 4 points going into the international break. Yeah, I probably would have snapped your hand off, but I think it's frustrating there because it kind of should have been more, to be fair. And conceding the way that we did is something that we haven't done, man, over the last few games. So it was a disappointing night and not one that I can get too excited about, to be honest. So now it's all about how City can get into form, about trying to catch up Arsenal because they've done that before. And if anyone else can, because right now there's not a title race. You got to wait to the new year for that, haven't you, really? So let's see who's in it when it gets to that stage, man, because Chelsea has 6 points. I think Spurs, United, all those guys, they'll be looking at that thinking, oh, hang on a minute, 7, 8, 9 points off of the title race. That's what we do, right? I think in terms of consistency, I think it's City and Arsenal. Liverpool look like they've dropped out of it, if I'm honest already. It looks bad for them. But yeah, as far as Arsenal were concerned, I didn't think we were
You've
great.
done too much talking. You've done too much talking, man. It's time for some Robbie. Robbie.
How'd you get on against him? How'd you get on against Robbie?
You man thought was only going to be Chelsea that way.
You're too shameless. You lost to Sunderland and you're here doing
Robbie. Lost 2-1 at home. Sunderland 2-1 at home. So it's Robbie, man. He's coming out singing.
On the mirror.
You know how Bianca shouts, Ricky, Bobby. You know what I mean? That's how I'm shouting.
From the hill. Aye, that's a dark team, by the way.
He's a Chelsea fan, man.
Do you know
what we need to talk about?
George, we'll come to you in a second, bro. Relax, man.
No, you need to concentrate. You need to concentrate on a certain
I know where this is going, man. I know where this is going.
Concentrate.
And this week I'm gonna have to just sit here and be quiet.
Bro, listen, hey, all I'm gonna say, bro, listen. Sunderland have showed people what to do against these guys, bro. Yeah.
Not against those. Not against those. Hold on a minute. Not against those.
No. Listen, not against you, man. Whatever. Cool. They gave you, man, a little bit too much respect. They gave you, man, a little bit. No, in fact, they gave you, man, no respect. They came over there with a back four, yeah, and then changed it mid-game, right? This is what you do against Arsenal, bro. You show your braveness in both boxes, yeah. You defend your box properly and you attack in numbers, yeah. You will never beat these guys if you're not attacking in numbers. Fulham, when they played them, putting 1 or 2 players in the box. Palace, when they played them, 3 players in the box sometimes, maybe 2 if you're lucky, yeah? Bad teams just face Arsenal and just sit back and just hope for the best. You're not going to beat these guys like that because all they're going to do is go for the set pieces, and you're going to see Rice whipping them in. One of them will go in eventually, bro. You give it a go and you're going to see Raya doing shabby stuff. Because I'm telling you, when Raya's under pressure, that guy does some shabby stuff, bro. He looks comfortable right now, working from home, comfortable right now because he's not having to do anything. When he has to think, yeah, Romz, I'm telling you, Raya is prone to some dodgy stuff, bro. Yeah, it wasn't long ago in preseason, guys were talking about, oh, he must be getting scared now because Kepa's looking at him behind his shoulder. Because in preseason, I remember Potts what he was doing in preseason. He was on some dodgy stuff as well. Yeah, Saka, this is his first goal away from home since April 2024, and you man have smoked for Palmer. Have some respect for yourself, bro. Yeah, because Esteban has more assists than this guy this season, bro. Esteban, yeah, has more goals than this guy this season.
We'll get to show.
Don is a living database, man. How you got all these stats on your head?
We're not talking about a face of Arsenal. Saka's the face of Arsenal, you know.
He's the benchmark, man.
I told you yesterday.
All the time, bro.
I told you yesterday, Potts. I told you yesterday. You're a club that used to have Henry. You're a club that used to have Ozil, yeah, Fabregas, even Cazorla, and you're talking about Saka being your face. Yeah?
Bro, you used to have Drogba and you had
like,
Jackson and João Pedro. What are you talking about?
Jackson wasn't our face of Chelsea. There was Cole Palmer, and you know what Cole Palmer. You
did call him Baby Drogba.
I didn't call him Baby Drogba. I didn't call him Baby Drogba. No, we didn't call him Baby Drogba. Even Jackson,
Terry and Carvalho.
You don't call me that.
No, we didn't call him Baby Drogba. Yeah, let me keep cooking. Bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Gabriel, what's he diving like that, leaving his dentures on the floor, bro? What's he diving like that?
Terry and Carvalho.
Why's he leaving his dentures on the floor like that, bro? You know what I'm saying? Yeah? You, man, really, really struggled to break these guys down. You lot thought that Leonardo, man like Trossard and that was going to get that winning goal. But Bobby had other plans. My God had other plans. Yeah? My God couldn't see you, man, winning another game like this. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there on 3 points and that, thinking everything's all cushy, thinking you, man, are going to win every game that's going to come. Yeah? Thomas the Frank engine coming, isn't he, Jules? Huh? Have you got something for me, Jules?
Yeah, Jules. Come on, Don't want to be a Tottenham fan now. Come on, Jules.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's going to be rooting for Tottenham.
He's cooking you 2 weeks ago, Jules.
I need you, man. I don't even want to see 5 at the back, Jules. I want to see 6. Yeah? I want to see 6 at the back, and I want to see Odegaard on the transition getting that timber.
Their attack's not that good.
We're not talking about Timber being the best right back in the world and that, yeah? But man, I'm seeing tweets going viral talking about Timber can't cross. But he's the best in the league.
You have to do the same.
Fucking dare you, bro.
You do the same the week after. Like, I know
you know what I'm saying, bro. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. We got sign at the bridge. Bro. But George, I'm telling you, bro, start this, yeah? Because after that, they've got Bayern Munich and that. Then I've got Chelsea at the bridge. How about you do a little something for us,
Chelsea at the bridge, yeah. Like Sunderland struggled against Chelsea at the bridge.
Yeah,
make yourself struggled big time against Chelsea at the bridge.
On yourself, you do have to focus on yourself sometimes. So you focus on your game, I'll focus on my game, and we're playing.
One is obsessed with Arsenal.
Nah, bro. Listen,
and again. You didn't address it, Don. I'm disappointed it's taking you so long to cook all these other players, but man has not spoken about Bucket E. I need to talk about Bucket E because yet again, another game, man doesn't turn up. Man doesn't do nothing. Man's just there doing up statue, fam. Man just
let it all work out. You know, by the way, Troops, yeah. Listen, Troops, yeah. Big up Troops, yeah. He said to me that it's overwhelming for Eze. So far, overwhelming. That's the latest excuse from Troops. Shout out to Troops. He said it's overwhelming. Let it all work out.
I told these man on This Is London yesterday. He's honestly playing like he's starstruck, bro. How are you starstruck playing next to Bukayo? Well, how dare you, bro? Yeah. How about you show a little bit of something? How about you show a little bit of class on the ball? Yeah? How about you show a little bit of class on the ball? How about you drive with the ball? How about you create something, right? All I see the guy doing is going in the little pocket. He gets the ball. He passes it off. He spins. That's what I called him Booker T the other day. Spinneroli. He spins. He gives it to someone else. He goes away. Right? There's no culture. There's no vim in his play. It's just very safe. I saw someone saying, "Oh, Iwobi. What's the difference between Iwobi and Eze right now?" Iwobi is actually being effective, more effective than Eze right now, bro. Yeah, because I know at least that guy's gonna ball carry. I know he looks like he's got a bag on his back. I know he's gonna ball carry
for that game.
You know what I'm saying? But Eze, what is going on with Eze? No one's really spoken about Eze. No one's really spoken about Eze because you have been winning your games, right? It's your defense that's been carrying you.
People have spoken about Eze.
Because Eze has been shit. Eze has been shit.
People have spoken about Eze, but because he's got goal contributions, people have not been speaking about him enough. But it hasn't been great. He hasn't been. I said last week I wasn't massively convinced by him, but I feel like he has contributed, and he is definitely not an absolute guaranteed level raiser at Arsenal. And I don't think personally, if people thought that was what he was going to be, they were wrong, because I never see he was going to be that. But look, man, I just find it funny that Don is talking really loudly after beating Little Wolves, who got 2 points, 3-0, after he weren't able to.
Don't smile like that. Don't smile like that. Paulinho took off his top against them. Don't smile like that. Don't smile like that.
Go to George with that, not me. I don't care about that.
You lost against Sunderland and you're coming here to cook.
This is what I don't get.
Not even beaten.
And even what's funnier is that Chelsea are a team that used to have poster boys like the John Terrys and the Lampards. Terry and Carvalho is now Tosin and Chalobah. Let that sink in, right, at Chelsea. And then he's coming for me about Bukayo Saka. Like, man, Saka has done more than Tosin and Chalobah will ever do at bloody Chelsea, mate. So let's just calm him down. Sunderland easily cooked Chelsea big time. He was comfortable. Whoa, hang on a minute. I'll let you talk. I didn't interrupt you. Sunderland away to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge was comfortable for them. Yeah, it wasn't comfortable the other night. They deserved something out of it, but it weren't comfy for them. It looked like they were looking at the bar. It was very, very comfortable against Chelsea. So, Don, I love you, but you just need to calm, man. I know you hate Arsenal. I know you're obsessed with Arsenal. I appreciate you're obsessed with Arsenal, and everyone's got to be compared. Timber's got to be compared to Reece James, and
no. You man did that.
And Saka's got to be compared to Palmer and all these guys. I get it because these Arsenal players are the benchmark, and you're trying to catch up with them.
Impossible.
I totally get it, but Chelsea still ain't it, man. They still ain't it.
Why are you talking about we're not talking about Chelsea right now, bro.
Because you
brought them in. You
do what you want. You have to.
And you know, I'm so surprised he didn't. Usually, he would use a game like this to go. And that's the difference between Rice and Caicedo.
Yeah, but they lost.
Rice hasn't. I was waiting for Rice to come into this.
He done it with another player. You need to concentrate because no one spoke up Chelsea. He said, and you want to compare him to Palmer? Like, you literally brought Chelsea into this conversation. No one mentioned them.
Hey, listen. All I'm gonna say, because Poss is all talking smoky. They're talking about they were comfortable at the bridge, bro. They were comfortable until that lunatic decided to do some madness in the midfield.
Here we go. It's always a Chelsea player that decides to have a lunatic moment.
There was no reason for my man to do what he did. You don't go creating nothing. Yeah,
we had lunatic moments, and I'm not making excuses.
And then what happened? Bro, the guy's under zero pressure. He decides to run into Declan Rice.
How have you made this happen, though? We're meant to be Danny.
Yeah,
I've let this happen. You man have let this happen by joining in and responding to it. You flipped it back to Chelsea. Bro. You're not smart, boss. I see what you're doing.
Arsenal. We can talk about carrier bag and all that in a minute when it's Chelsea section, right?
Arsenal, right? No, that's past. That's past.
Don't talk about that. It's past. Apparently, it's past.
Do you think?
Yeah, stadium lights, man. The lights.
Yeah, let me. Do you think when you look at it, in terms of Arsenal, obviously they have got a lot of injuries. We can't say they haven't got injuries, right? You know, they've not got Gyökeres. There's no.
That can't be an excuse, and their own fans even admit it. No injury excuse because they got the depth, they got the squad.
But the thing is though, how do you break down a low block? You can't do that with Marino, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm not trying to give them an excuse here, but I do believe
I'm not hearing the low block stuff today.
What?
I'm not hearing no low block. There wasn't no low block.
What's Arteta's game plan then now to counteract that? That's what I'm not going about. I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm saying that Arteta's cost him the game because I feel like you've got to change it up a little bit. He does the same things, bro. And I'm like, yo,
I would focus. Go on,
I was going to say, just before you go, do you know I'm also not hearing the low block thing? And Arsenal fans will agree themselves. Marino's won them a lot of games. Newcastle being the most recent one by crosses into the box and with his head. So that's got nothing to do with a low block. He's still the perfect profile for them to win a game. So I'm not really hearing that because a lot of their fans will say he's one of the best finishers at the club, which I agree with. But they had more than enough to still beat that Sunderland team.
Yeah, but do you not think I was talking about this before? And I know Don agrees with me on this one. Just real quick, yeah. Do you not think the Rice Subamendi partnership is just not creative enough against teams that are more defensive? Like I just look at it and I just think it's a bit too.
I'm not gonna.
That's where you need your number 10.
I'm not gonna. I appreciate what you're saying, and it isn't creative, but it's not supposed to be, man. The creativity's got to come from Erdogan
and the wingers. It's got to come from the
it's got to come from the.
Wait a sec. So what is Zubimendi and Rice meant to be then in that situation?
So Rice and Zubimendi have actually been really good in our midfield. It's balanced it out. I think it was unbalanced for quite some time. I think you even might have brought up the point, right?
think it's
Yeah, I think it is.
I
think it's very good.
And the reason why
I think it's very good now, right?
And the thing is, LB, if you actually
basically
look
took
at
this to the engine, and then you've got the creativity from Eze, Ødegaard, Saka.
Yeah.
But this is the point. This is the
Rice
point.
actually
When you're
been-
playing only Eze or only Odegaard, these players on their own are not creative enough in
And
90
that's why
minutes.
it should be the blame of them, though, not Rice and Zubimendi. That's what I'm getting at. So Ødegaard, and to be fair, rightly so, for the last 12 months, has been kind of criticised for that. Eze just has been in the last couple of weeks. Saka, to be fair to him, hasn't been the same Saka, in my opinion. And the left-hand side's been an issue for a while. Big up to Trossard the other week. So I think they're the Austrians. I'm not going to go on Rice and Zubimendi, but I will agree that I think the creativity has always been an issue. We did score 2 goals from open play. Saka and Trossard, big up, right? However, look, it's very, very flip-floppy in football, isn't it? We're 90 seconds away from talking about how Arsenal can't be beaten or unstoppable. And because of a clumsy mistake, we're now saying Man City are going to go win the title and Arsenal are going to bottle it again. So that's how quickly it is in football, right? But right now, I'm not going crazy. I'm not melting down. I'm 4 points clear. I'd bit your hand off at that in the second international break in November. 4 points clear of Manchester City. Yeah, I'll take that. And Man City under Pep and Haaland are a real scary outfit. Of course they are. But I'm going to say it, and I might get egg on my face. I don't think this Manchester City is the scary Manchester City of the last couple of years. And yes, it might come back to haunt me, but I'll say it how it is. I think that's what it is. I still see some vulnerabilities. I think deep down LB agrees with that, but he does watch Man City a hell of a lot more in depth than I do. So I don't look at this Manchester City side yet and go, wow, this is going to be impossible to catch them. They're going to fly ahead of us. But of course I'm wary. It's Pep. He's done it twice before.
I just think
they're not up against prime
Arsenal's
up against
again,
prime
when you look at that game in particular, I don't think enough people are praising how good Sunderland were. They set up to literally combat everything Arsenal were good at. They were direct. They put a lot of balls into the area. They focused on duels. What would a lower team do? Just win your duels. Arsenal are a very physical, aggressive team, and they're the one team that went to Arsenal and just laid it on them from early. We saw Moreno go down for, what was it, like an elbow in the back of the head. I generally think Sunderland done so well to rattle Arsenal. They put a lot of the Arsenal players on the ground. They're fouling them, and it got to a point where Arsenal just started to get back on fouls. They just wanted to get foul them back. They tried to match the aggressiveness, and they couldn't, and they kept catching them out that way. I just think Sunderland set up really well, and with the set pieces, they played them at their own game. Arsenal were one of the best teams at set pieces, but they couldn't deal with the way Sunderland was doing it.
That's what I'm saying, George. Like, in terms of open play, how many goals have Arsenal got through open play this season? Can we I
think it's 7 now. I think it's 7 now.
The goal, like a Trossard goal,
wrong.
Individual brilliance in terms of like, that's a wicked goal. Like the Saka goal, cool, but I just feel like sometimes you can see they're struggling to really create through
they create chances in this game though. They create chances in this game.
They did. I'm saying to you, like, in terms of like really like getting through that low block though, I think they still struggled in that kind of way. And I feel like Arteta has got to be able to kind of maybe, like you said, their Rice to Mendy, take one off, maybe do a lot of something down there. That it's just, I don't know, man. I just think sometimes you get me, like you gotta take that risk. I feel like you could have done.
Don't you think though, when you talk about taking the risk, the problem is when they brought Mascara on, they gave up and they put the mentality into Sunderland's head. We're giving the game.
That was the wrong thing to do, in my opinion. And again, we're talking.
Sorry, you put the handbrake on.
If he comes on Mascara and we win 2-1, everyone's going,
everyone's exactly.
You know what I mean? Arteta assured it I was good. So obviously it was a little bit like we're a bit scared of Sunderland here. That's what it now looks like. Obviously they've gone and equalised. You're right, Saeed, in terms of that. I don't know, as much as I love Max Dowman and Ethan, I don't know if flinging them on away at Sunderland as a 15-year-old to go and win a game is the right decision. Maybe you need to be braver and go do it, but that was the only option we had. We've got no Havertz, we've got no Jesus, we've got no Madueke, we've got no Martinelli, we've got no Ødegaard, we've got no Gyökeres. There's 6 attackers. Name me a team in the Premier League right now, and this is not an excuse, so everyone comes to me, that would deal with that. There ain't one, right? So we're dealing with what we've got, 6 injuries in our attack. Liverpool and City would be gutted. Imagine City without Haaland, without Doku, without Savio, without Marmoush, there's 2 more still to add to that. Yeah, but without Bernardo Silva, without Liverpool, all of their attack goes. So we didn't have
all of our attack are still here, and we're still.
Remember that point.
Who do we bring on? Who does? And look, I'm one of the biggest critics of Mikel Arteta. what should he have done then? And from the subs bench, I don't really know.
No, I don't think he did anything wrong at that point, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the
Armour
day,
wasn't going to do anything.
it's
man.
just an L. It's a poor defending from the defender, and as you say, the goalkeeper was poor. For me, the main thing, and I texted you during the game for this. I was at the pub watching the game, right? And I was absolutely certain that first 45 minutes, Arsenal were going to come flying out the traps and were going to put it on Sunderland because they obviously knew the game that was going to go on the day after. They knew someone was going to drop. And I thought Arsenal will be 3-0 up by half time. No disrespect to Sunderland. I like but the way their mentality is going to be, Sunderland will be. And they were so slow. Everything was lethargic. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I texted Potsy and said, what is going on here? I could not believe it. I just couldn't believe what I was watching that first half. And yeah, they did improve in the second half. But again, like, you know, we always talk about Arsenal and the mentality. Like, that for me, again, honestly, man, like, the mentality in that first half, for me, it has to be questioned. How are you not going out there in that first 45 minutes, knowing the game that was going to be played the day after, and not putting it on Sunderland from minute one? I couldn't believe how bad it was.
Is that credit to Sunderland, though, as well? Because I ain't going to lie to you guys, man. As much as Arsenal have dropped points here, I don't think is as bad as, say, for example, you lost to him.
No, you're right on that point, yeah. But the first 45 minutes, the way
now they're very good. Now they're very good, yeah. No,
like, what's going on there,
bro?
But
you know what?
I agree with LB.
You know what? LB's spot on, because even like normally Arsenal, when you get to like the final third, sometimes it'd be side to side, but it was very pedestrian. Like, even from your defense to your midfield, slow passes. There wasn't no punch to the pass. That I know what LB means. It seemed just very slow. Very, very slow. I thought you would actually win that game through. I won't lie to you. I thought you would win it 2-1. So when you're saying, Potts, we're literally seconds away from everyone saying what a masterclass, I thought individual brilliance, because you knew Sunderland would fly out the traps. You knew Sunderland would be tough. I think we all said it. I think most people even predicted Arsenal just to win by a goal. I don't think anyone predicted a battering. But the fact that Arsenal were very lethargic in what they were doing, it was a bit.
I went 2-1. I went 2-1 as a prediction. I thought we'd concede. Then everyone said, "Nah, we ain't conceding." I just felt like we were going to. Dan Ballard, by the way, wow. What a performance he had. I mean, I know he was at Arsenal. He was a young kid, so big up to him. Obviously, Granit Xhaka, everyone was looking at. They didn't look at Dan Ballard as the guy who's been the Formula 1 to get man of the match. He was absolutely outstanding in everything that he did. We had chances in the game. Zubimendi at the bar, he scuffed one wide. Saka scuffed one wide. There was chances we had in the game. I don't think Sunderland had many, so we did obviously get to that stage. But I didn't expect to blitz Sunderland. I think LB saying that is fair, because I think he was looking at this game of the importance. I have a big question mark over the mentality of Arteta and the team, and I always have. Can we do it? Can he get across the line? Are we going to crumble when it matters? And that was a little bit of a worrying sign. Now, I agree with you, Saeed. I don't think it's like we've lost. People are acting like we've lost 5-0, by the way. Some people. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, Arsenal, that's it. It's done. Like, they can't win it now. They're out of it. I've seen that. And I understand the shark emojis. I understand City getting it. But I don't know any Man City fan that can really deep down go, oh my God, we've done it. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know they've done that yet. So I'm okay at the moment.
Now, I think for me, like I said, it's one of them ones where you could have maybe extended the lead, because now City are 4 points behind you. But at the same time, I don't think it's one of them ones where like you need to be like heads need to roll or it's panic stations just yet. You feel me? Like Sunderland are a good team, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you man think that Sunderland can basically continue this? Because I think they low key can, you know.
Top 10, yeah.
Finish in the top 10. They can finish in the top 10. Because Saeed is trying to calm that fan base down, because he don't want Man City and Liverpool fans to be.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm just like I'm just being a bit more. I'm just being a bit objective. No, I'm just being objective.
You know, man said, "Oh, kilo, tranquilo, man, calm down."
No. What I'm trying to say, no.
I can see what you're fucking doing.
No, I still think it's 2 points dropped here, but I also think we're not giving Sunderland a bit of credit here. Like, generally, I think Sunderland are a good team. A point. They deserve a point.
You were going to cook me the other day, bro. They're a good team, bro.
You mentioned
don't do this. You lost.
I know we lost. But look how we lost. Look at how we fucking lost. I'm defending, bro.
You mentioned a player last week or the week before. That this is the first time I watched 90 minutes of him, but that Siddiqui guy in the middle.
Yeah, bro, I rate him.
He was
you know what it is though, yeah? This team, when they got promoted, yeah, anybody that didn't think they was going to do well, don't know ball. Look at the players that they signed, man. And you see why it pisses me off, yeah, when pundits moan about the money that the championship teams get, yeah, because they all get relegated. Because they all come up and buy shit players. Sunderland got promoted, yeah. They went out there, got an experienced midfielder. That Granit Xhaka, by the way, one of the best signings of the season. Absolutely top signing. Why? He knows the league, he's experienced, and he knows exactly what to do in that midfield. Then he went and bought some quality. Yeah, I said at the start of the season, I think Sunderland do well. I don't think they'd be this good, but I thought they'd do well, yeah, because they didn't go out there and buy a bunch of 19-year-olds. You go back over the last couple of years and look at these promoted teams. Look at the players that they sign. Look at the ages. They all do the same thing. They all go out there, buy 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Why? Because they want them to have one good year and then they can flip them for mad profit for 80 million. That's all they're interested in, man. Yeah, if you're serious as a club and you go out there and buy proper players that know the league, that have got quality, that you're not asked about trying to flip, you can survive and you can do very well in this league. And it's about more time, yeah, that people start putting it on the actual owners and the sporting directors for buying all these young players rather than just saying we need to give them more money, need to give them more money. They all spend money. They all spend 100 million when they get promoted. They spend it on shit. Yeah, whereas big up Sunderland, man, they actually spent it wisely, man.
Even
before we move on, Pots, let me ask you a question because, you know, the past few games, you guys have been living in euphoria. You know, you had Burnley away, you had, Palace, you know, not really looking great right now offensively, but you got them over there. You had Fulham away and that, you know what I'm saying? But now you've got a month where you've got Spurs at home. You should be winning that game because you tend to beat them, right? You got Bayern as well at home. You got Chelsea away. You got Brentford at home. Villa at home, yeah? And then you've got like Wolves at home after that, Everton away. So you're getting, you know, tougher tasks there. What's it looking like for you, Potts? Do you feel as confident as what you felt going into that last running, bro? Or do you feel like it's going to be a bit up and down?
I should be more confident because we've had the hardest start than anyone. So we had that first 6 games, which was rough, man. I can't lie. But we've travelled a lot now. There's only Leeds, City and Everton we've got to go to away. Everything else is in London or the Midlands. So that's good now going into the back end of the season. I am concerned about Spurs and Chelsea because they're 2 massive games. And it's different playing Spurs and Chelsea when you're Arsenal to when you're another team, in my opinion, outside of London. They're massive games. We'll know why. I think we're better than Tottenham and Chelsea. I think that's quite clear to see. We need to be better than them on the day. The Bayern Munich game is very interesting in the middle of it because obviously that's a huge one. That's the clash of the Titans. But I'll be real with you. Yeah. I'll be real with you, though. I actually think we might have to rotate in that one. As mad as it sounds, we have to be.
Rotate? Why? Why do you need your strongest team against us? You're much better than us. Why?
We're gonna need.
We're gonna
need our best team against Spurs, and we're gonna need our best team against Chelsea to be.
You're much better than us, bro. You're much better.
Yeah, we are much better.
Do you know what, Dan? Just to say that Tottenham and Chelsea might rotate because we both got massive games midweek as well, so it could. We got PSG away.
Chelsea have got Barcelona. So yeah, it's massive for all 3 of us, to be fair, actually. Then, so we've got massive games there, and then in that is sandwiched in the side. So to answer your question quickly, Don, I am quietly confident with the players we've got coming back. They're all back for the Tottenham game. Havertz is back for Spurs. Madueke is back for Spurs.
Scary.
The only one who isn't back is Jesus. To be fair, I think he's the only one that ain't back. So we'll have our fully fit squad. What are you talking about?
No, Don is scary. You best beat them. You best win, Don. You talking too much.
I haven't even got to Chelsea, man. I was talking about Tottenham.
Havertz is a bodybuilder these days. You got Madueke who just runs off the pitch.
Yeah, don't even go there, man. You and Madueke. Madueke's a bum now. You know this.
Jesus looks slower than Gyökeres right now. So allow me.
Jesus ain't back, brother. He ain't back.
Wait. We need to stop there. Potts, this will have to defend you. Don, that was cheeky. Madueke that just runs off the pitch. You spent 2 years defending him. You threw
2 years defending him.
You might have a new shameless panel here.
You're so shameless, this brother. So shameless.
Yeah, man. Let's move on to the shameless crew.
Chelsea coming back.
You know what I mean?
I fancy our little run. Quietly confident, man. Quietly confident.
Yes.
Take every game as it comes, man. But Don, I swear to God, you better beat us at Stamford Bridge, man. You bet at the Bridge.
No. You better beat us because you.
No. I'm not been hyping it up. I'm not been hyping it up. You have not.
You look. This is exactly what will happen. Potts. This is exactly what will happen. if Arsenal beat Chelsea, be like, yeah, but they're expected to. If Chelsea beat Arsenal, be like, I told you this attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know why? Just quickly say, do you know why they should beat us? Because we've got Saka who doesn't score away from home, so he's not going to score at the bridge.
Oh, he's up against Cuckoo.
Rice is not better than Caicedo or Enzo or Lavia or any of them, so he won't do nothing. Neither will Zubimendi, neither will our strikers. So I up against their defense that they've spent £2 billion on. I think it's going to be difficult, man. Difficult. Wow, is this Wolfie really putting that in?
Oh, they are the relegation place.
I saw him wearing shades.
I swear they're still down there.
They're 19th.
19th.
Hey,
I love Wolfie, man. We're 19th, and he's putting that in the chat.
That's the most shameless.
That is nasty.
Yo, George, he's going to do that on Thursday as well. Hands up if you want.
Gonna be funny, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just checked, bro. I thought they went out of the relegation zone, bro. But yeah,
they're not. They're all. Oh.
Yeah, big up to let him enjoy that back-to-back wins now for them. You know what I'm saying? So big up to them. Chelsea, man, 3-0 Wolves, expected to win. Let's be honest, man. They're very, very poor. They're bottom of the table with 2 points, man. Minus 18, bro. That is crazy. They are finished right now. That's I think their 7th loss of the season, I think it is. No, 9 losses. Yeah, 9 losses of the season.
Still not won a game yet.
Yeah, still not won a game yet. I say they scored only
7 goals.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what I read. Boy.
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna do too much because at the end of the day, you've just read what you've read. And Wolves right now, they've got good players, but they're not a good team. That's one thing about it. Like players like Larson and that, I'm sure most of us will take him. You know what I mean? Like they've actually got some decent players, man. But end of the day, we had to make sure that we did our job. And for me, the main difference right now, Saeed, in our team, the past 2 games have been introducing Fofana back into the team, right? I know it was only Wolves, but I'm telling you, bro, if we had Tosin and Chalobah in this game, things could have been different because there was a couple of times where Fofana was putting out fires. That's what he does, bro. On the transition, he's very good at just getting onto a man and winning the ball back and winning his aerial duels and, being that aggressor. Yeah, every team needs an aggressor at the back. Arsenal have a Gabriel, right? United probably have, I'll probably say, who have you got? Maybe De Ligt is the guy that's kind of sort of aggressive, I would say. Tottenham have Romero. You know what I mean? Like City, they used to have Company and that. You always need a guy that's going to be the front-thinking centre-back. And Fofana, bro, he just helps our defence so much, bro. So much. We limited teams to less shots with him, right? Defensively, he's so good. You know what I mean? Cucurella, Reece, they didn't have any problems in this game. Chalobah was good.
Wolves, Don. We don't care about your breakdown. Just tell us that you won the game. You won in the game you was expected. That's it. You want to do shit? Nobody cares about shit.
I'm sure
because you love to do tactical breakdown on a game where you're expected to win. It's Wolves.
If I had lost, you'd want to do a 45-minute segment.
And the fact that you won means nobody cared. Nobody does care.
If I had lost, you want to do a 45-minute segment. So let me pick up my team.
No, because it's Wolves. Nobody cares.
Tranquilo, bro. Tranquilo. Okay, you ain't got to care. But I'm telling you what happened. Bro. Yeah.
And again, it's Wolves. Whatever happened because it was supposed to happen, right?
No. The reason why what happened is because Garnacho was moving mad on that side, bro. Yeah. Garnacho was moving crazy in this game.
Okay. And let me ask you this. By the way, he scored a hat-trick against Wolves last week. Is Garnacho going to move mad in the games when he's supposed to move mad? He's going to move mad in 2 weeks.
Listen to what I'm saying. We're talking about this game. So listen, bro.
I can't lie, George. You didn't beat Wolves. I can't lie. You can't really speak.
No, you didn't beat them. What are you talking about? You didn't fucking beat them.
Was that the game where Paulinho took his shirt off and scored a last-minute equaliser?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
There's a trend for this. There's a trend. First Paulinho, now Richarlison.
What's even funny is that Wolves were better than them. Wolves were even better than them offensively.
Yeah, I agree.
They should have won. They should have won.
They should have beaten them. They should have beaten them, right? But Enzo Fernandez, big up Enzo, man.
You still
big up Enzo. Big up Enzo in the game, innit? Because for me, he was flawless, man. Like offensively, he created so many chances for us. Off the ball, he was helping Caicedo because Caicedo was actually injured in the game. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he was injured, right? He was played well. Like I said, Garnacho, 2 assists in the game. I'm seeing he's got more goal contributions for Chelsea already than Mount has for United in 3 years. You know what I'm saying, bro? Home, mate. Yeah? Home. You know what I mean? And on the other side, Neto, shocking in the first half, bro. Wasn't doing nothing offensively. Delap, he looks rusty right now. You know what I mean? Guillou did more than that guy when he came on. But I'll give Delap a bit of time because he's just come back and we still need to learn how to play with him. But Esteval, man, Honestly, what more can I say about this kid? Like, it's unbelievable. Esteban, you know what I mean, bro? Esteban, bro. This guy's just, he came on within 2 seconds, bro, created a good chance for us. Like, yes, he got a slight deflection, but, bro, it's the way that he whips the ball. He created another chance for Gil, which Gil missed, bro. Like, if Gil let go of it, I think Pedro was right behind him. He could have scored there. But, bro, the guy's IQ is unbelievable.
How's Pedro Neto doing, by the way?
Pedro Neto scored a goal, man, but his performance weren't great. But let's
I'm
talk about
genuinely asking because
I see what you're trying to do because you don't want to talk about Esteban right now because you've got a stiff robot on your right hand side. Whereas I've got a bit of Jogo Bonito.
Can't even ask a question without bringing up Saka, can he?
I've got a bit of Jogo Bonito. One thing I've clocked about Potts, I'm telling you, when I'm doing proper my players, who try to change the subject and go to something negative quickly, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit there and listen.
A question about Pedro Neto, bro.
You're gonna sit there and listen because Esteban is different gravy, bro. Man comes on.
Yeah, talk about Esteban. Let's talk about Esteban.
I'll let you talk about him, Saeed. I'll let you talk about him. Go on.
No, because I rate him, man. I think he's a great talent, man. But what do you think now that people need to start, like, really taking him seriously, even including Maresca? Maybe got to give him more game time.
Oh, he needs to start in big games. He does this against all the small teams. He needs to sit against the big teams because let's have it right. He's starting in all the small games, man.
Barcelona, though.
He started against Karabag. He had a good game against Karabag. Had a good game against West Ham. Had a good game against Wolves. Name me big teams or good teams that he's had.
Liverpool, bro. What are you talking about? Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool, to be fair. Yeah, Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
He scored the goal. He scored the goal. Didn't he come off the bench? Didn't he come off the bench that game?
He did come off the bench, yeah, but he needs to be starting.
But he's not starting. I just said that. Name me big teams he's starting.
Yeah, he does need to be starting.
He just moved the goalpost, bro, because everyone knows he's ready to be starting. So you trying to say, he's not starting.
Everybody knows apart from Enzo.
He needs to start.
Maresca, it's a political thing right now, bro. Because end of the day, you already know how it gets. You've got Neto, who's heavily experienced.
It's a political thing. Heavily experienced about. Well. He's a fucking manager. He's got to pick the players, man. What are you talking about?
Political.
I told you. You don't think there's politics?
You don't like Brazilians? Are you trying to say? What?
You think there's politics in football, bro?
Why you always try to overcomplicate things, man? I'm not
overcomplicating things. He is. Maresca is.
You talk about politics. You talk about a starting 11. You want to play Esteban?
There's no politics. He should just be starting.
Maresca came out the other day and basically he was getting grilled about the whole Esteban starting thing or whatever, and he basically said, as a winger in modern day football right now, you need to work on and off the ball, right? So for me, I'm reading that as you're looking at Neto and Garnacho and you trust them more on and off the ball right now. But my thing is, LB, Esteban does work hard off the ball, right? I don't like the pairing of Garnacho and Neto. For me, it doesn't work. If you're gonna start Garnacho, you have to start him with Esteban, and vice versa with Neto. You have to start him with Esteban. But you lot are right. He needs to be starting now, bro. He's ready. Like, he's ready to go. You know what I mean? So I love that guy. I love that kid, man. And João Pedro, he wasn't great in the game. Again, another goal. It's good to get him off the mark again. But, bro, it's Wolves, man. We need to beat Burnley next. We've got Burnley away. And then we've got Arsenal at home. You know what I mean? So we just need to keep flying up that table because we're third now, you know, but you lose a game or you drop points. It changes.
João Pedro has been... Again, I was a massive fan of him prior to the signing. Now I was actually for that signing. I thought it was a good signing, but I don't think he's looked good in striker for you, man. I generally don't think he's looked good in striker. Not for a long time. Maybe since Cole Palmer's been out, especially. But talk about him, bro, because he's getting goals. But let's be honest, games.
Yeah, he played in the 10 this game, but yeah, he wasn't connecting anything between him and Delap. Like it wasn't great. Obviously, he's been playing with an injury at the minute as well. So I'm hoping that this little break will give him a bit of time. Like Enzo's not going to Argentina. He's been playing with a messed up knee, he said. Caicedo was the same thing as well. I don't think he'll go Ecuador. So a couple of these South Americans, bro, they've been playing through injury, man. So they need a bit of rest. You know, they need a bit of rest. But this guy's right, man. He's still putting up GNA. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, he's still put up some decent numbers. But I need more from him. Like the João Pedro I saw against, for example, United when we played them away. I haven't seen that João Pedro for a second, man. I'll be real.
Well, that's why you get young players. You get inconsistent performances, which is why you should have had some more experience in the summer.
Oh, so João Pedro is inexperienced now, is he?
Well, he's pretty young, isn't he?
Bro, he played in the Premier League time ago, bro. He's experienced. How dare you try to use that against João Pedro?
Really? He's mad experience. You'd say
yes,
experience.
Bro.
He's got like, remember he played for Watford before Brighton in the Premier as well. He's got like 4 or 5 seasons in the Premier League at this point, man.
He got relegated with them as well. Came back up. No, he left
at the highest level, maybe unproven, but obviously it's different, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? But listen, Chelsea, bro, I don't know how you're third, but you're there. I think the Premier League, I can't lie to you, is a bit of a mad one.
4,000 minutes for Brighton and Hove Albion is now experienced, apparently.
Bro, we're not going to act like João Pedro's not experienced, man. Let's not do this. He's an experienced
I'm
Premier
just
League
saying he's not as experienced as other players.
Like what other players?
Like what?
Like older players, fucking hell, why are you doing
Like
too
who?
much?
Well, obvious. No, LB, that's obvious. He's not experienced
like
as
my
older
guy,
players. Yeah.
By the way, who scored 9 goals this season in 800 minutes. You know what I mean? Still bagging it. You know what I mean? Consistent player.
You know what, though? I actually had this conversation done the other day, and this is what I think your bigger problem is, yeah? Because you guys, let's just have it right. Your aim probably this year, 3rd or 4th, whatever, cool. You could finish in that position. But you said yourself, you probably identified maybe a goalkeeper and a centre-back as your next signings. Focus anyway. If it's not a goalkeeper, you believe in what, Penders or whatever the fuck his name is. But regardless of centre-back, you've just signed...
With his distribution.
Yeah, I've seen all of this stuff, so I didn't even want to say he might not want to sign a goalkeeper now. We know what Don's like. You've just spent, you signed what, 4 or 5, signed 5 attacking players in the summer, and your attack's still not looking good enough. So next year, you're going to have to sign more attackers. Like, when is it ever going to click?
It's still not looking. I thought our attack looked great in this game, bro. Especially that second half. We've scored how many goals
against Wolves? But we're talking about across the season in general. Your attack's not look good, bro.
No, our attack hasn't looked great, but in the same breath, we've scored the second most goals in the league, bro.
So these are the attackers that are going to win you the league.
Yeah, exactly. Good question.
That's the point. Because the point of what I'm saying,
creativity. You're right. In open play, like in this game, we create some good chances, right? And obviously, we're missing a big creator in our team in a Cole Palmer. When Cole Palmer comes back into the team, you'll see our creativity go up as well. You know what I mean? I think João Pedro in the 10, he hasn't been doing enough offensively. You're right with that, George. But I thought Enzo in this game, this was vintage Enzo, man. The passing range, bro, was mad. But again, when Palmer comes back into the team, our creativity will go up.
Another reason I asked is because I'm not even. I know Palmer's going to make the creativity go up. I mean, so going into next season, obviously it's very early, but I'm just looking ahead already, and I'm like, bro, you man are still going to have to sign more attackers. Your front three still doesn't look strong. There's no person in that front three that's even a guaranteed starter at this moment in time. So when I'm looking ahead, because they're all young players, they were signed for the future. I'm looking ahead, and I don't see any of these players leading you to do better than you did last year. They're still at the similar levels of the Maduekes.
Yeah, but Chelsea fans ain't gonna like that one, George.
Everyone. That's where I did. Hold on, bro. Before you come in, let me respond to George. Yeah, that's where I disagree, though, George, because right now, yeah, if you go look at last season, the chances that we were missing, right, bro, the big chances that Jackson was missing, guys like Madueke, even Palmer, they were ridiculous, right? I don't see João Pedro and the likes of Delap. I know João Pedro hasn't been that clinical like recently, like for example against you, man. But over the course of the season, I don't see Delap, João Pedro, even Estevao and that being as bad in front of goal as a Jackson, for example.
But but you're not answering his question. You're not answering his question. Are you going to win the league with those players?
LB, I see more goals in this team. What I am looking at right now, the major problem with Chelsea right now is our centre backs. Yeah, that is the major problem. We're scoring goals right now, bro. Whether you guys fuck with these attackers or not.
My question wasn't regarding right now. It's regarding the future of your team and how I said, are these attackers? Do you believe these attackers are good enough to lead you to a league title? Because that's ultimately what they were signed for. They were signed for
potentially. Potentially. We spread our goals. Hold on, Romz. We spread our goals across the team. Look at Man City, bro. Man City, Haaland's got 14 goals. There's no one in their team that's got 2 goals, bro. Everyone else is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, we spread our goals, yeah, amongst the team, right? For me, right now, Jules, the biggest problem isn't the goals; it's the fucking centre backs. That is the major issue of Chelsea right now.
We know.
That answers your question. That answers your question.
That doesn't, because that wasn't
George made a very good point, and like, I had to sit there and deep it. Yeah, if you deep the other top 6 teams, there's at least one player in the attack that's a constant that will be there no matter what. You look at your front line. You don't know if it's going to be Garnacho, Neto, João Pedro might get chopped and changed, Delap now, and you don't have like a constant player that's guaranteed to play week in, week out in your attack. That's actually a bit of a cause for concern, you know. That is generally a bit of a cause for concern.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, I think you lot are being a little bit unfair though, because with Delap, for example, Delap's been out, so we haven't really seen how Maresco is going to use him. He's only just come back now, right?
Front three.
I
meant front three, not
front three. I mean, Neto's pretty much guaranteed to start.
They know they're just coping.
Yeah, exactly.
Romz, I'll be real. Neto's pretty much guaranteed to start in this team, right? It's only the left side.
You don't rate him that much, do you? You think he's all right, but you don't rate him that high.
I don't think he's got that much variety in his game. No. I don't. But then again, Esteval will be in the team. It's inevitable that Esteval will be starting. Yeah. And you guys know Palmer starts basically all of our games. And Enzo basically all of our games.
We're not doing that, bro. When I say attack, I think Palmer's part of your midfield three, predominantly.
Palmer could play on the right though, and Pedro could play in the 10. It depends on how
you... No, but we know...
Palmer is part of our attack. Palmer is part of our attack, bro. You can't take
if Palmer's playing on the right, even a bigger problem that their wingers they've signed are all shit because now Palmer's having to be shifted out on the right wing because none of them they signed 3 or 4 wingers, bro. They signed however many wingers in the last year. None of these players can start. It's an issue. You shouldn't be signing 3 players in one position and both of them are on the bench.
Can you bring up this comment? Can you bring up this comment back?
Bro, it's be starting though, man. You might are doing too much. I can't lie, bro. You might are doing too much, bro. Because we all know Esteban should be starting in this team.
That's one guarantee. 300 million quid this summer
on this one.
And you still need to buy bare more attackers and a whole new back two and a goalkeeper.
Oh, he's still going on about Sanchez right now, are you? He's still going on about him. How about you just give it a fuck?
Do you know what I found so funny? In the Arsenal section, you were quick in the Arsenal section to go.
He's definitely mates for Sanchez.
I've seen the
bro. He was good in this game.
He makes mistakes. That you can say the exact same for about Sanchez, bro.
Do you not want to talk about how you can make this team into a title-winning team, no, Don? Why you always not want to do that?
Sanchez was good in this game. I don't get why you're still going on about it.
We don't care if Sanchez was good in this game.
He's been good pretty much all season.
We are asking you how Chelsea can get back to the big time.
I've told you, LB. This is how we need to make sure that we compete this season, right? Listen, keep fucking for fun.
We're not talking about competing. We're talking about actually winning the league.
Hold on. Okay, in terms of winning the league, right? We need a starting level. We need a starting level pairing at the back of centre backs because our fullbacks, there's no problem there with our fullbacks, right? Our goalkeeper Sanchez right now is not being a problem. But in terms of if you go up the next level, we do need a goalkeeper who's better on the ball. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that.
Just in general,
Penders is next one up. Penders is next one up, hopefully, right? And
you're right.
Hold on. On top of that, bro, we need to keep guys like Cole Palmer fit. We're not going to be winning stuff, LB, or competing for stuff if our key players are injured.
And what about strikers? What about wingers? Which is what George asked.
Our wingers, obviously, we've got Quenda coming next year. You know what I mean? And for me, Neto eventually will get sold for me long term. I think Neto will be gone eventually. He'll become a squad player and then he'll get sold. The left-hand side, you already know how I would have built it. I would have built it differently, bro. I would have gone and got a Garnacho, and that's not Garnacho, sorry. A Semenyo, Ndai, you know what I'm saying? Rodrigo.
How's Angelo Gabriel doing? How's Angelo Gabriel?
And then up top, LB, yeah. Listen, I don't know what the plan is for João Pedro long term.
Andre Santos as well. I mean, it's not looking so. Not looking so good.
Where's Angelo Gabriel? You hyping him up for you?
They bought from Villa.
He's in Saudi with Ronaldo, bro.
Saudi.
He's in Saudi, yeah. So for me, LB, the main things that we need to do, yeah, to kick on, right? Centre back pairing, sort that out, right? The left hand side still needs a little bit of reconstruction, to be fair. Yeah, we'll see how the left hand side gets on this season. We could be saying different things at the end.
So that's a
and for me, on the right hand side, I think eventually Neto eventually will be gone, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Striker. What about striker?
Oh, striker. You already know I wanted Osimhen, but not for the P's you was asking for, bro. You know,
right, so basically, you've wasted money on striker. You've wasted 100 million quid on. I think
Delap's a good signing. I ain't got problems with
Delap. He's gonna win you the league.
Bro, listen, he's great for him. Create for him and he'll bag, bro. Like I've told you, I don't listen. One thing about this team, LB,
but don't to spearhead your attack to a league.
Hold on, Romz, bro. You're looking at our team like we're Haaland FC, bro. We don't need the lap to be bagging in 30 goals right now because we get goals from everywhere. We get goals from everywhere, LB. The main thing for me is as long as we're winning these games, I don't care where these goals are coming from, bro. Okay. If the lap can get me 15 goals minimum, and we're getting goals elsewhere to win games, I don't mind that, bro.
So just to clarify, you think you can win the Premier League, yeah, with Garnacho and Delap in the side? Yes?
I do, yeah. I do think we can win the Premier League with these guys in the squad.
No, Romz. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. That's his opinion. That's his opinion, bro.
That's his
opinion.
You're laughing at our attack here, but bro, it's only your team that scored more than my attack. It's only your team.
I agree. I hear it.
Don, do you know what? I can't even laugh because people think I'm a madman for predicting things, but Delap and Garnacho in your attack will not win you a league. Top 4, yes, that they'll get you top 4. No. They might even win you FA. They might even win you a FA Cup or domestic cup. But to win the league with Garnacho and Delap, that's a bit mad, bro.
The thing about it, Romz, the thing about it, bro. One thing about
I haven't even seen Delap.
I don't want Garnacho. I didn't want Garnacho as a starter, but you guys already know that I think he's a squad player. And one thing about that guy, you can't deny that he knows how to contribute with the GNA, bro. Right? And that's what I'm saying. I want everyone to be contributing with the numbers. Defense, the midfield, the attack. That's what I need. But as a starting point, hold on, LB. As a starting point, we need a solid pairing at the back with our centre backs, bro. Otherwise, our attack won't do anything.
We all agree with that. But you signed too many squad rotation players. You need to go down and get in a serious market and start buying the top elite level players to take you up that level. You keep buying these Garnachos and Gittins and these type of players, bro. They're squad.
The players you signed, they're ceiling.
You asked me
before people isn't winning the title.
Before people get confused in the chat, LB asked me, "Do you think you can win the league with Garnacho and Delap in the squad?" I said yes.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I said in
11.
I said in 11, bro.
You said in the squad. You said in the squad.
No, you know what I meant, bro. I was in the 11, bro.
You said in the squad, bro. In the 11, that's a tough ask. I'll be real. That's a tough ask.
No, it's not a tough ask. It's just a no.
It's a tough. So, Rob, you think that Delap's a bad finisher then? You think Delap's a bad finisher?
I rate Delap, but like I said, his ceiling is more top 4. He can't spearhead you to a league. Like he just can't.
But why do you keep ignoring the fact that we get goals from elsewhere, bro? It's not just Delap.
It doesn't matter. To win a league, you need it doesn't matter. To win a league, you need an elite goal scorer in your team.
With the company Delap has around him right now, I don't think you can win the league. Top 4, yes.
You don't think that our go-to guy can't be Palmer then, yeah?
Can't be your go-to goal scorer.
You had a Salah.
He can.
We're doing here. Palmer did it.
He can lead you to a title. He cannot lead you to a title. Being your
not with Garnacho and
Palmer can't lead us to a title.
You need better quality. You need better quality.
Palmer needs better company to lead you to a title. Like he's exceptional by himself, but I think he needs he needs more quality around him to lead you to the Prem.
So, let me ask you a question then. Minimum 15 goals from Delap. Cole Palmer fit, you're getting minimum 15 goals from that guy in the league. That's 30 goals already from just 2 players, bro. You're telling me that's not serious numbers to go and win the league, to go and end up
we remember just a few seasons ago when Arsenal had Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli do the same thing. It didn't help them win a league, bro. Trust me.
Because they bottled it. Their mentality bottled it, bro. Their mentality bottled it.
You need players. You need multiple players that score in high number. And you keep going, Delap minimum 15. Delap didn't even get 15 last year. Who's to say he can't even get 15? You keep talking about him like he's some bagsman. He got 12, and how many penalties did he take, bro? Stop talking about the guy like he's an elite bagsman. He's not.
So what? He's got to score those penalties, bro. But at the end of the day, how I'm looking at it, Jules, the chances I've seen this team create, I don't see Delap missing at the same rate Jackson used to. If you guys don't want to rate Delap like that as a shooter, fairs. But for me, I'm looking at those chances, and I think Delap finishes them, bro.
Yeah. Let's move on quickly to Man United.
I got a cut.
Yeah, love. Big up to you, bro. It wasn't a great game, so I don't think it needs like crazy amount of time to talk about this one. We should have won. I'm not gonna lie to you. We allowed Tottenham to get back to the game. Yeah, what do you mean? We should have won.
I know you're waffler because when you done your reaction, you said it was a mid-off. You said you didn't deserve anything. You said a draw was fair. You said a draw was fair in your reaction.
A draw was fair result, but I still think United, we should have won the game. We should have kept it the one. It was what, 83rd minute? Let's be honest, man. We should have been ready for you lot, because at the end of the day, you weren't really doing much. Was a draw a fair result? Was it a mid-off? Yes. But at the same time, United, it's 2 points drop for me, personally, the way I'm feeling right now. I'm not looking at it as a point gained. I'm not happy about the performance. This is a Tottenham team that you said was without Maddison. A lot of players were injured. Kudus was out. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm looking at it in a different way. Yeah, cool. We're unbeaten in 5. It's not head loss. It's not like I'm not ranting. But at the same time, we had no injuries. We should be doing better. We gave you lot, second half, we let you lot have the game and find your way into the game. Because really and truly, you didn't look like scoring. Let's be honest. We didn't look like scoring, but at the same time, you lot were the home team. We don't really need to go
I
out.
think both teams were very defensive. Like I get why maybe emotionally you might feel like it was 2 points dropped because you gave away the game in the last 10 minutes in that sense. But I don't think it was 2 points dropped as in you guys deserved to win because you were better in it. I think like you, but it was a game of very poor quality. I don't think either of the teams created really good chances. I think Spurs got back into the game because Man United have just been, I don't know if you've seen the stats, but you're literally the second worst team in the league in second halves of games. Like you
I know.
Awful. So you just gave it up to us. You guys just didn't really sit back, but you didn't really press us with as much intensity. You didn't try to get them behind. Just tried to do the long ball thing, and we just found our chances in it. We had a bit of chaotic moments that created chances. Shout out to Tell because you might have been dissing Tell for a while. I'm so glad Tell got the goal against you, man. Wrapped it. It was a good little finish. Good little touch and turn.
I swear you've been dissing.
Yeah, you've not been particularly happy with Tell.
I'm not dissed. I mean, I've criticised him. I ain't dissed Tell. I've
Saeed's criticizing dissing the guy, right? Okay.
No. Saeed's done whole campaigns calling Tell washed, rubbish.
He's not in, bro. It's the first goal he scored in a while. Since Leeds, where it was a deflected shot.
Fulham. He scored. Was it Fulham Leeds? No, you're right. It was Leeds. So yeah. So
come on, man. He hasn't set the world alight, has he? Let's be honest.
No. He hasn't. But it's a goal in a big game where you can take some confidence from it, innit? But yeah. You're probably right, innit? Like we didn't deserve to win. You didn't deserve to win. I think the draw was fair because it was just a very shit game. Like, that was it. It was just a very, very poor game. Yeah. The difference is you, man, had your full squad available. We didn't. So that's why I can take confidence in saying we still got a level to go up. I think you guys you're at your peak and you've got just so much to work on system-wise still.
Saeed, I want to speak about a certain player because that one-on-one was disgraceful. Benjamin Tesco.
Bro, it's peak, isn't it, man? Should be scoring now.
He needs to be burying that. You
know the worrying thing for me, he allowed Van der Ven to come across him. An elite level striker,
I know,
puts their body across and they take it with the left foot. So if Van der Ven comes across, he's taken out. It's a penalty.
I know.
He allowed. Is he right-footed? Yeah, I imagine he is.
Yeah, he's right-footed.
So because he doesn't want to take the shot with his left foot, he allows Van der Ven to come in and have the challenge because
don't you think as well? I feel like he generally thought he was gone. Like there was a lot of space in between them. Van der Ven closed down the space real quick, man. I think he didn't even know Van der Ven was there.
If anything, that's even more stupid because knowing Van der Ven's pace, knowing he can shut you down quite quick. You know what I mean? It was a bit.
Yeah, I do get it.
Let's just say his awareness wasn't there because if it was a slower centre back, I think he gets away with that and he probably buries it. But you can't take that chance with Van der Ven.
We got to speak on Richarlison though as well, man, because this guy.
Yeah, man, thought he won it,
bro. Is he got to be one of the most
shit guys scored again, bro? He's cringe. He's cringe.
I heard him speak after Rodri won the Ballon d'Or, and said shit will go down, and then what did he do? if Rodrigo didn't, if Vinny didn't win it, he said shit will go down. What's he done? He done nothing, mate. And then he.
It did go down. Bro. You didn't win a trophy. We won one last year. It went down, didn't it?
He did, yeah.
Do you know what I knew? Do you know when I knew when he was a bit tapped before the World Cup when he's got himself tatted next to R9? And is it Neymar? I think
so. I think he's got R9.
He's got what's the thing called main man syndrome?
Main character. Yeah.
That's a fact, man. Taking his shirt off.
He was crying after the goal. He was sat there crying like this guy. He's crying. I was like, bro.
Someone came to console him. Someone was rubbing on his back like it's all right. It's all right.
Next time he tries to take off his top, I need them to do what they done to Liao and grab his top and pull it, bro. Just shove it back on him and say, sit your ass down, bro.
Why do your players like taking the top off, though, in them? Like, you had, obviously, Paulinho do it against Wolves.
Right.
That was a draw as well, wasn't it? Which is a bit weird. And obviously, what's going on here? Like,
it's the only time our players have done it. I don't know. I guess this going around the squad, isn't it? Who can?
I've not seen any player this season take the shirt off in the Premier League apart from Paulinho and Richarlison.
You haven't seen what?
I've not seen a single player in the Premier League take the shirt off when he scored.
TK done it in the Carabao Cup. Don't even do that, bro.
In the Premier League.
He done it against Southampton. He done it against Championship side. I'm taking what I
don't know, man. That might be worse. I can't lie.
You know,
in the Carabao Cup and got sent off.
LB, when he said that in my head, I thought, hope none of them say it. I hope none of them say it.
That might be
And
worse.
people forget his because he had the thing on underneath, innit? And he was doing the shirt holding, so people don't remember. But look, Richarlison's not good enough for the Premier League. He needs to be sold ASAP. We need to get rid of him. He's a joke.
Where are you boys at then? Like, were you used to then, obviously, your seasons? Because I kind of feel like, obviously, Tottenham are doing all right in Champions League. You got like some, but like with United, bro, are you just sitting there now going, are you just sort of like, is your season almost dead already type thing? Because
no, I wouldn't say it's dead. I still think for me, we're gonna get top 5. I believe we're gonna get there. I still think it's available. If you look, bro, like look at the table right now. Yeah, this is the table right now. Like, bro, like we're in a. It's not the ideal
of Liverpool, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if they're not,
don't do
you
that.
know what I mean?
Relax. I know we're.
I don't know, man. I can't lie.
Being level on goal difference with Man United is.
I can't even see them. Where are they in the league, guys? Where are they in the league, man? I can't even see them, bro.
We're just below you. Don't do that. We're right there.
Where are you in the league, man? Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, man, listen, it's tight in there. It's the craziest league. How do you sum up this league? Because right now, from where Brighton are all the way till 4th,
you know what I'll say? Yeah? You know what I'm saying? You saying you could get top 5. I don't think you get top 5, but you know why it's not mad? And we say this every year on Midday Live. Top 4, top 5, you do not have to be consistent.
Yeah, I said that to everyone.
Be consistent. Yeah. And you've got one game a week. Hopefully, we get in the latter competitions of Europe and even Villa. In fact, all the teams around you, bar Sunderland, everyone's got Europe and they'll probably have deep-ish runs in Europe. So it's not mad to say you get top 5. I still think it might be a far cry, but
are you hammering him or hammering him out, bro? What are you?
I'm still hammering. It doesn't change, but I'm not. I've kind of rested. I'm resting. You know what I mean?
Resting.
People know my opinion in it. I don't need to shout about it every week. Yeah, I mean, if he gets top 4 this season, then he deserves one more season after that.
Yeah, all right. And George, let me ask you about your team, yeah, because I've seen a lot of Tottenham fans, man, not happy with Frank and that. But I'm looking at Tottenham here, right? So they're 5th in the league. You finished 17th last year. You won the Europa League and that. But I'm quite surprised by some of the Tottenham fans' reaction to your season because there's a lot of negativity around some of your fan base. Yeah, maybe not you, but there is a lot of negativity, and I don't get it really. When I'm looking at Tottenham 5th there now, after finishing 17th, what's going on there?
Even in the Champions League, you're in a good position.
They're doing good in the Champions League. Why there's so much negativity, bro? When you're 5th and you're doing well in the Champions League.
Home form, though, innit?
Football and home form. The home form's just bad. 3 losses in 6 games, I think it is. 3 losses in 6 days. Lost half of the games that we played at home. But more than anything, it's just performances. Performances haven't really left you with a lot of confidence that, that we're going to improve and the system's looking good or anything like that. Me personally, I'm like, let's judge Frank when he has all of his best players back, like at least most of them available to choose from because we have a lot of injuries. But yeah, performances just haven't been great. So I think a lot of fans are in that space of, they're not seeing great football, so they think it's Frank out without actually realizing it's a process, isn't it? This is phase. I know people don't like to hear phases, but it's phase 1 of the process of Frank, isn't it? He's trying to build the foundations. He's trying to set us up good defensively. We're not conceding that many goals. I think we conceded 2 goals in the second half across the whole season. Like we look pretty good defensively. It's just going forward, we haven't really clicked. So a lot of people are already Frank out. But look, we've had decent attacking football before under Ange, and it didn't necessarily work out like you said. So for me, we're at where we expected to be. We're 5th. We're 18 points, 11 games played. It's a pretty good start to the season. It's not
I think it's a really good start to the season. Yeah, like after last season.
I wouldn't say really good start, man. Let's not gaslight.
Where did you have them? Where did you have them in the league?
No, but again, I don't like that kind of idea, bro. Where did you have them? It's about the context of how they're playing football, what they're doing, how they're utilizing their team, bro. You can still see Xavi Simons and them man are not performing. Yes, it's a mixture of player quality.
But it is early days.
Time, though, he's got to be a bit more. He's got to go for it a little bit more at home.
We spoke about injuries earlier. Madison, Kraszewski, Solanke. I don't know all of them. George knows more. Do this now. They've got massive. Speak about injuries. And
the Champions League. I think they're doing really well, man.
No, it depends on how you view Tottenham as a whole, but at the same time, Frank needs to still pull his ideas and be like, yo, let's do a bit more.
I think
they could do a little bit more. They could do. If they'd have beaten, Wolves, where would they be this season? Do you reckon? They could be in a madness, man. Right now.
I think it's literally just a case of us having some strong performances, some statement performances from Frank. He goes out there, let's just say in this Arsenal game or even PSG game, and he puts out a really good performance. Even if we don't win, but we have a really strong
is that not good enough? Or
yeah, we always beat you guys. So
yeah, I know that is true.
It's literally just the only reason I say that as well, we beat you with Nuno, bro. So if we beat you with Nuno, we could beat you with anyone. Like, I'm just not even taking much from it, but he needs to have a really strong performance in one of the next big games, and then I think it'll rally the fans, innit? That's what it is.
You look at the table now from 3rd to 10th is literally 3 points in it. That's how
mad, isn't it? It's mad. I can't wait till after the international break here when the games come thick and fast. Monday, Wednesday. We are going to be eating, man. You know what I mean? Like, we might
relax. Side. It's not Monday, Wednesday for you. That's if
Calm
you're
down.
in Europe.
No, we will. By the way, we're having some mid-season friendlies, man. I don't know if you've seen it, but Man United are having some.
What? Mid-season?
Yeah, bro. I might be going to
other countries in that. That's what.
Yeah, we're going to Saudi. We might be playing Messi and that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yo, you man can't relate to that, man. You know what I'm saying? We're playing Inter Miami.
These clubs are such whores, man. Honestly, they love the cash.
Saudi, man.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's all for this.
We're gonna do Umrah. We're gonna do, you know what I mean? We play
all sorts of quids.
They sit there and moan about how many matches they are, and then they just go to schedule some random.
All sorts of madnesses for all sorts of.
We're losing money, man. We're losing money, man. So we need some, you know what I mean? Like, I can't lie. If we can play some decent teams in there, you know, make a little mini tournament. Why not, man? You get me? Make the money.
A little mini tournament.
Man United versus Chicago Fire, bro. What is
we'll be there. Let's forget about numbers in your Champions League game. It's crazy, man. But yeah,
I think you're in it. Speaking of tournaments, doesn't Messi have a tournament where Chelsea and Man City are in it? That might be at the end of the season or so. Actually, no, it's World Cup. But
I think there's like a Messi Cup or something.
Yeah, Messi has a cup where Chelsea and Man City, I think, in the cup. But I don't know when it's held.
Right, I've not heard that.
I've not heard that. Is that the 5-a-side thing?
You've seen it, George, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I've seen it. I've heard about it. I've seen that. My man,
it might be
Top Baller. Did a video with them. Shout out to Top Baller. I don't know if you might know them, man.
Oh, it's the Youth Cup. It's the Youth Cup.
It's Youth Cup, man. You know what I'm saying? Man said Rio and that, man. Chill, man. But listen, people, let's wrap it up here, man. I don't know if we've got 1,000 likes, people. It's been a crazy, crazy show. Big up to the whole community. I think we are on right now 919. So let's get these likes up, man. And yeah, man, we will see Wagwan, people, man. Big up to LB. What you got coming up, man? Show with Hugh later on, or?
Yeah, I'm on with Hugh later on 7 p.m. innit? So yeah, that should be a good one, man. But yeah, good show, boys. It's nice to get the chest out. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
big up, lads.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Big up the chat as well, innit?
Big up, man. Big up to you, George. You did your show before. Make sure you check it out, man. With Hooks.
Yeah, man. I started at 10 a.m. this morning. I thought, let me try a different time slot just because schedules and stuff. So yeah, man. Away from that, I'll be back live again tomorrow. At 10 a.m. More Spurs stuff. If you want to join, come over there. Durag Diaries, you know what it is. Big up.
Yeah, man. Link in the description. Yeah, man. 100%, man. Football Verbal, man. Big up to you, bro. Let them know what you got coming up.
Yeah, they've just released the Premier League draft and going to the studio tonight with a special guest. We got a special guest on the panel, so that should be out during the week or maybe the following week. But yeah, get subscribing. But yeah, big up the channel chat, panel, everyone. Just have a good international break now. So be constructive. You know what I mean? This is where it gets boring.
We might do a draft next week. We'll see, man. If the Mandem are about, we will do some little, maybe a quiz or something. We'll do something fun. You get me, and we'll talk, man. We'll talk, man. Make sure you follow Don. Make sure you follow Dan Potts as well. Make sure you follow everyone. We're gonna raid troops. You got me. Big up troops every time. And I'll see you later on Straight Jacket Podcast, man. It's gonna be a big one, people. Take care. Bye bye. Peace.